Hey, Justin.
What's going on, Mike? How are you?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. How you doing?
Rocking and rolling. Love this little intro video got going.
Nice. Hey, you got some talking points and stuff?
Yeah, we'll come up with some things that we got going on.
Okay, cool. All right. We should have another 2 more guests coming in. I got Joseph here from the carrier leasing division. I got Justin here from TAP, and I also have 1 second. Boom, Sam, you there? Yes.
Yes, sir.
From TAP, all the way from Colorado.
Colorado it is.
Yeah, how's the weather over there?
It's beautiful. It's like 79 degrees. Not bad.
Nice. It's like 95 here in New York and muggy.
No kidding.
Yeah, beautiful New York day. Justin, how are you, brother?
Doing good, man. Wishing that I was closer to Sam. Not as much humidity over there.
Yeah, Colorado is probably beautiful, man. And everybody knows Joseph. So I want to get right into it. Justin, you want to explain who you are, what you do, and how you became affiliated with the National Owner-Operators Association?
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me on. I am Justin. Me and Sam both own Truckers Affiliate Program. And we both basically came into trucking. I've had my whole family involved in trucking. They've had multiple, or not multiple, trucking businesses. I grew up in, the warehouse and doing little expedited freight out of a warehouse in Queens. Promised myself that I would never get into trucking when I grew up, but it somehow always comes back to us. And then I started working for a factoring company, one of the big ones. That's where I met Sam, and we learned the industry. We networked with a lot of people. When we first started offering factoring, everybody knows not everybody. Factoring isn't a pleasant conversation to have. There's a lot of negative opinions about factoring companies. Everyone pretty much complains about theirs. No one ever seems to be really happy, but we networked and we learned, and we wanted to offer more services than just account receivable financing. So me and Sam came together. We've gone out and we've basically become a one-stop shop. So we help a lot of people set up their LLCs. We help them get their authorities set ups, insurance, fuel cards, financing, compliance and safety, drug consortiums, ELDs. So we basically just consult these carriers. We make them realize that this industry is very difficult. 80%, I'm sure you guys hear the stat everywhere, 80% of owner operators, they go out of business in under 2 years. And that's, pretty much the the backbone of the country. There's our owner operators, and they, just because they bought a truck and they have a CDL license doesn't mean that they're going to run a successful trucking business. There's 10 different hats that a trucking company or an owner operator needs to wear. And we just try to make it as easy as possible for them and hold their hands through the setup process and give them the tools and resources and knowledge to grow and grow a fleet of their own.
Wow. That's a lot. And that's a pretty useful tool to have if you're a trucker or an owner operator or someone just starting out. What are some of the services that you can highlight? I know that we have one new one, Better Health.
Yep.
Don't have the information in front of me, but maybe you can tell everybody about Better Health.
Yeah, Better Health is it's a company that we partnered with. Yeah, that's the flyer that Michael has is pretty much most of the services that we're able to help with and assist. Better Health, I think, would be better when Bill comes on to explain it. But all in all, it's a product. It's an app where these truck drivers they're constantly forced to eat fast food. They're in situations where it's hard for them to really stay active. They're at truck stops. These truck stops don't have gyms. So the lifestyle that is forced on these truckers are hard, and a lot of the times to eat healthy and to live a healthy life in a truck, you really need like an accountability coach, someone to make sure that you're eating healthy, someone to make sure that you're actually doing exercises, and have a consultant to kind of guide you on that healthy journey, because I mean, what do these people work for? They work to be able to provide for their family, right? And if they're not living a healthy lifestyle, then and their family wants them around longer too. So I don't think healthy lifestyle is being pushed in trucking, and that's why I think partnering with Better is going to be great, because I think it is super important. Making money is important, but also being around to enjoy the money with your family is just as important as well. So, we're going to be partnering with the company, or we did partner with a company called Better. It's an app where they give you an online coach to make sure that you're doing your exercises. They make you do weigh-ins. They make you take pictures of the meals. So, there's a lot of great, having that, there's a lot of disease that happens in truckers, high blood pressure, diabetes, all this stuff. So, their goal is to make sure that they're doing their best job in helping these truck drivers, just live a healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, I love the program. I checked out the video, all of the reviews, nothing but rave reviews about it. I've been telling everyone about it. The meal preparation, the meal coaching, and all that other stuff. Is that all part of the program? The meal coaching and
the meal coaching. There's forums on there. He's sending me a bunch of like the marketing materials, which I'll post. How to use the app, all the stuff that's on there. But the other thing is that they will actually deliver meals that are affordable, that are cheaper than McDonald's, cheaper than Burger King, all these fast food restaurants that are at these truck stops. I mean, by now, you're still walking away with $7, $8, $10 for a meal at these fast food restaurants. And now he actually has created a system where they're able to deliver meals for like $5 or $6 that are healthy. And then you just have to, you set up a time, like, as you're getting dispatched and traveling around, you set up a place where you can go and pick up these meals along your way. More information on that as to how that process actually works, but I will be collecting and finding out the finer details in that, this week.
Yeah, brother, I'm signing up for that once it's live. Joseph, I see you're in your truck. Where are you?
Right now, I'm in Fort Smith, South Carolina.
You picking up a load later, or you got a load?
I got a load today from Macon, Georgia, and I'm delivering to Charlotte in the morning, which is I'm only about like 20 miles from my delivery. So,
Joseph, where do you eat when you're on the road, bro? What do you
it's
grab?
right here. It's right here.
Man, your refrigerator is stocked, bro. What do you got in there?
I got chicken. I got ground beef. I got meat. Beef. I got deli. I don't eat from outside at all. I always
Right.
watch what I eat. I don't like go to the fast food. In my entire life, I have had probably 1 or 2 times McDonald's, and then not the food, probably ice cream or something.
Damn, Joseph, you look real healthy though, brother. How old are you?
I am 40.
You're 40 years old? Brother,
Yeah.
you look like you're 19, man. You don't even have gray hair. Wow.
Because I
gotta
watch what
start
I
eating
eat.
better, man. I'm horrible.
I exercise. I drink less sugar, or like eating sugar. I don't consume sugar a lot. I don't smoke. I never had alcohol in my life. Never smoked. Probably like I smoke with my friends. It's like just for fun, the hookah. Other than that, I watch what I do. It's like for my health.
No, I hate. What do you think about this program, Joseph? Better Health. Joseph.
Oh, I remember one time I signed up with that app. What's his name? Weight Watcher, and it sounds like it's about the same, because he said it's like you take a picture what you eat in that kind of stuff, and it sounds is really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
We got one more guest coming on really quick here. Joseph, thank you for that. Justin,
Thank you.
You brother, you are I know you personally. We've met in person, and you're a great guy. And I wanted to have you on the show, and I'd like to have you on regularly as a guest. And you people out there listening to this later on. This guy calls me every day almost with another plan to help truck drivers in the trucking industry, help them, make more money, keep more money, run their businesses better. This is the man that's putting together the full health insurance program. He's out there right now. He's been working on it literally for months. He gets on the phone with me. He's got like 3 people that represent insurance, health insurance companies, and he's bashing them on the conference calls, trying to make sure everyone gets a fair deal and a good insurance policy. Justin is the man behind a lot of the programs that we have set up for the association, and I want to shoot it over. We got a very special guest right now, Dr. William Farrow. How you doing, Doctor? Justin, I'm sorry, Sam. I was just about to get over to you, but Dr. Farrow popped in, and he is with Better Health. So go ahead, Doctor. The floor is yours.
Hey, gentlemen. How's it going?
What's going on?
Appreciate you having me on tonight.
Doctor, you want to explain your program a little bit? Justin, I didn't think you were going to be able to make it. So I asked Justin to give everybody a little bit of information on it. But since you're here, I guess you can just fill everyone in about it and let them know what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So more importantly than the program, every human that's on this call, the most sophisticated piece of equipment that we'll ever own, believe it or not, is not your truck. It's your own body. Your body is amazing. It has these inherent recuperative powers to heal itself, which is that's what better stands for. Better is not about us. It's about the fact that how amazing that this body can do what it's designed to do. It can keep your blood pressure going, your heart, you can sleep, and you wake up the next morning, hopefully, and your body's taking care of everything. If you cut the inside of your mouth can fix it. A woman can build a whole baby. The human body is amazing. And so what better is about is a movement to just let people know that if you get out of its way and you keep the system clean of interference, much like you would clean your engine, and you want to put the right fuel inside, your body can take care of it. Unfortunately, the world has been designed to do everything but keep you healthy. In fact, we talk about healthcare in this world, but really all we have is sick care, because financially they make a lot more money keeping you sick than when you're healthy. And so it's kind of a perverse incentive, because, man, if we really actually tackle this, if people are able to take care of their health on their own, well, there goes a huge industry of pharmaceuticals, a huge industry of medicines and diagnostics. So when I was working with a lot of truckers here, there's a group in the Northeast, down all the way through Virginia, the biggest problem they had, right, is you're on the road all the time. So when you you guys hear me okay?
I hear you. You're good.
When you talk about food as medicine, and then you deal with the stress levels that a trucker deals with, where you're constantly in fight or flight mode, you're always on, your body's not naturally creating adrenaline and norepinephrine because you're in fight mode. And as soon as you come off to take a break, right, you got to pull in. Where are you going to pull in? To a truck stop, right? At the tight when you're most exhausted, you're super stressed out. Your body has been running an internal marathon. As many miles as your truck has been running and needs some replenishment, so does your body. And so at that point, when you are at your lowest and most critical state, your body's going to crave sodium, potassium, and sugar, just like if you ran a marathon. And so lo and behold, when you open those doors to any of those truck stops at eye level, what's the first thing you start to see? Everything's salt and everything's sweet. And they know this. So of course you're going to gravitate towards that. And unfortunately, the more that you eat it, the more it slows down and makes your process sluggish. And then, of course, you get a poor night's sleep, your liver starts taking issue, and you start gaining weight no matter what you do. And they come up with an alternative for you. Well, you just need to exercise more and count your calories. All that does is take away all the replenishment that your body needs to nourish itself. And so you're stuck in this vicious cycle. So my goal by being on this call today is not really talk about what better health does. It's talk about what your body actually can do, not in 5 months from now, not in 6 months from now, literally within just a few days of nourishing it from the inside out, focusing on what we call the microbiome, which is the 300 trillion natural bacteria in your body. Focus on getting them back and healthy. Your body will start to convert fat to energy. You'll start to lower your anxiety levels, improve your sleep levels. And of course, as a great byproduct, your body will be in such a state of ease because all the inflammation will come down. You'll start burning fat so easy. And again, without starving, without punishing yourself. So thank you to be on the call. But number one, everyone has to understand here, we're not a diet. We're not the same thing that you used to, where we're going to, talk about your poor relationship with food, or you should avoid cheeseburgers. Everyone knows they should avoid cheeseburgers. What we don't know is how simple additions of food and reducing the chemicals that we're exposed to can have the most profound effect in such a short period of time.
I don't want everyone to think I'm being rude. My camera's over here, but I'm staring at him right here. I'm looking at him right in his eyes right here. So I didn't have any place to mount my camera over here, so I had to mount it over here. But I'm looking right in your face, so don't think I'm not paying attention.
I get it.
Question, and Sam, you're next, brother, and then you, Dan, so don't run away. Question, how do you accomplish this with meals? And I'm very interested, and so a lot of other people have been asking me about the meal coaches. Can you expand on that, please?
Yes, we have two ways. Number one, when we work with someone to teach about this movement, We basically work with people for 30 days. I don't need more than 30 days. I need 30 days to help install something with you. I need to install some changes into the lifestyle that you can take with you forever. And during that 30 days, we do an elimination reintroduction food protocol so you can figure out what foods work best for you. You may be eating steak, and that's okay for you, but there might be a difference between when you have ground or when you have a regular steak, or if you have regular chicken or different types of chicken or certain fruits and vegetables. Every human is different. Everyone has their own specific octane, and so we help you figure that out. So we also have to know, like, okay, what's your lifestyle? Well, obviously you're a bunch of truckers, so you have some long haulers, some short haulers, some people that are in between. So we give everybody a personal coach. And this coach is someone who's actually been through the same thing you've been through. So you're getting advice from someone who's has a full-time job, sometimes two jobs, and works really hard and has been able to assimilate this into their lifestyle. So we first have to ask the person, well, what do you have at your disposal, right? Because it's not about being perfect; it's about being better. So we'll figure out, well, do you have a place where you have a microwave? Can you take a cooler along with you? What fruits and vegetables are available to you? What foods are available? And we have recipes. So some people will actually do meal prep and then go on the road. And others, we have a nationwide meal delivery service. We can actually ship the meals ready made. All you got to do is heat them up and they're ready to go. Now, the difference between the meals that we ship to you and maybe what you might think in your head, like a Nutrisystems or Jenny Craig, we don't give you that pre-packaged full of sodium garbage that's been frozen and it's the small little portion. I give you a tray of bison burgers, a tray of chicken breast, a tray of chicken wings, chili, all things that men want to eat. But we do it in a way that doesn't have iodized salt. It has Himalayan sea salt. It has no chemicals in it, no fillers, no flours, all this stuff so that you get the pure taste of it, like you're sitting out in Montana grilling steaks. That's the type of taste that you're going to get from this. And if you'd like to cook, well, then we give you recipes. So really the coach's job is to figure out what works best for you. And if you need the meals, we can send them to you for less than $5 per serving in bulk, because as you know from shipping's the biggest cost when it comes to meal delivery. Well, I've cut that cost out because we ship it in bulk. We found the right amount of size. If you buy it in packages of 12 or 16, that's the perfect weight and the perfect box size to maximize the shipping amount. And because we ship them literally, like my chef is making them for you, ships them out Wednesday, 2-day shipping, packed in ice. They show up, all you got to do is heat and serve. Or we'll tell you also, well, when you do have to hit that truck stop and you do have to eat out, here's the places you can eat, and here's where you can find some decent things so that you can, go along your journey. So in that 30 days, by that coach working with you via phone and then messaging you every single day, Monday through Friday, plus our support team, you're going to figure this out in 30 days, how to get this routine set, easy, fitting into your lifestyle. And then most people coming off medications, reversing diabetes, better sleep, better energy, and of course, doing it without having to flip tires in parking lots and drink shakes.
Wow. All of that. What is the pricing plans, doctor?
Yeah, so normally, we covered by certain health plans, so we can also check to see if your health insurance covers it. If it doesn't, what we set up for you guys is normally 1 month of with the coach. And again, this is like you're taking a course. This isn't something we want you doing in perpetuity. We want to teach you so that you can teach your family and move on with yourself. So it's normally $400 for the first month. It doesn't include any meals. And that's just for having the personal coach, the app, and all those other things. For any of your folks that want to get on the program, it's actually half price. So it's $200 towards the program. And if you go 30 days, if you get to the end of that 30 days and you're like, Doc, this just didn't work, I couldn't assimilate it, I thought I had the best intentions and didn't work for me, my people will refund them $200, no questions asked, literally on the same day. You could even go the first day and quit. I'll give you money back. You will see from our reviews, we have 5-star reviews. I do not accept your money unless I actually make you a raving fan. I've been doing this for 20 years. I have over 100,000 people. We know we're going to make it work, because it's not that it fails. You may have best intentions and then something comes up. Maybe they put you in 2 extra jobs and you just can't get it done. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll refund you and say, let us know when you're ready and you can always come back. 99.9% of the people that I've had to refund over the time just end up coming back at a better time. The last thing I want you to do is lose your money on something. So that's number one. In addition to that, if you do buy the food, we're going to give you our member pricing. The food is optional. I'm not a food pusher. We make no money on it. It's a pass-through course because we get paid on performance. So if you buy the food, we're also going to give you a gift card towards the food. So it already comes out to less than $5 per serving. With a $25 gift card, it's going to be like $3.50 a serving. So that I know will help you when you're first trying to assimilate these things to make sure you have the food ready to go. And once you get down to economics, you know how much it costs to eat out at these fast food restaurants. It's awful nowadays. You can't afford it. So why not get you high quality meal at less than fast food? And ultimately, what everyone's so nervous about, Michael, is first of all, they've written you off as truckers. You guys are the most unhealthy, you're lazy, you're unmotivated people. I dare you to get in front of a room of truckers and tell them they're lazy to their face.
They do it all the time, brother.
Yeah, I mean that is bull. That's the biggest bull I've ever heard. The thing is, you're working such long hours with such stress, your body is so inflamed, and so of course it's going to express itself with being overweight and stress. So what I'm trying to showcase to people is just give me 3 good days. Even if you're nervous, you're like, I tried so many different things. Give me 3 good days, which means you get on the phone with the coach. We'll come up with a 3-day meal plan for you to follow, even while you're on the road. We'll pick a start date, let's say next Monday or the Monday after, whatever. Try it for 3 days. After 3 days, you're going to see how quickly your body responds, quicker to anything else you've ever done. And then you're going to see that it's going to get easier and easier. When you diet and you do all that fad stuff, it gets harder because you're working with the body, literally like you're driving your truck uphill up a steep grade. When you're working with the body, it's literally like going downhill. So it's not an uphill battle to do this downhill. And give it 3 good days. Then you can make some choices and changes. You don't have to be perfect on it, but you'll want to be perfect because you're going to be feeling so good. And 30 days after this, you'll be motivated, educated. You'll be down, most people 7% of their body weight. So if you're 200 pounds, you're down 15, 20 pounds. You're 300
That's a lot.
pounds.
In 30 days.
Because your body wants to do it and actually does it while it's sleeping. So pretty simple. And, truckers are close to my heart. They make this country go. They're the most marginalized when it comes to healthcare. As you know, with the mortality rate of a trucker, this is BS. You work your butts off to maybe one day, find that fishing hole or retire to Tennessee and live your life, see your youngins. And unfortunately, with the toll it takes on your body, a lot of us don't make it that way. So anything I can do to help your organization, first things, like we said, we're giving it half price. I'm guaranteeing it's successful. We'll give them the member prices. We'll even give them that gift card. Anything we can do to showcase that truckers deserve this.
And we appreciate it, Doctor. And thank you for coming on. And I'd like to have you on again. We're getting your information put on the website right now. Everyone, check them out. It's Better Health. I don't know what to say. It's worth it. If you're out there on the road and you're not one of these guys like Joseph over here who stacks his refrigerator up himself with healthy food, if you just can't do it, you need to get in touch with these people, because at the end of the day, money's not important if you don't have your health. And this program, I believe in it. And so does TAP and Justin. And really quick here, I want to move over to Sam. Sam, I see you've been waiting there patiently. And Dan, we're going to get to you. Sam, can you tell everyone who you are and what you do? I know most of the people in this group that are watching this now and going to watch it later, they probably already talked to you. You're the guy over the phone, but now they see your face. You want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, for sure. Doc's making me hungry over there. That was great. So, I mean, I work here with Justin. I've talked to a ton of the members. We consult. We're basically a free consulting firm. So, anything that you need, we can help you with. We've got, a vetted list of partners. So we're not helping you get connected with businesses that, we're unfamiliar with. These are all partners that we've worked really closely with. We know that they're good partners, that they're going to do what they say they're going to do, that they're going to be able to help you most of all. So, I mean, there's tons of service providers in this industry, and there's a ton of them that just unfortunately prey on trucking companies. And, that's our whole business, is just helping you get with the good companies that are out there that are going to help you succeed, because when you succeed, they succeed. And there are good companies out there in every service. It's just a matter of finding them. Like the presentation that Doc just gave, we've worked really, really hard to find these companies and make sure that we're finding the right ones. So whether it's, fuel cards, insurance, financing, equipment financing or business loans, payroll, you name it, we can help you out with it. And look forward to speaking with all you guys.
Sam, I got a question. For most of these services that are on the screen right now, you are the primary point of contact, correct?
Correct.
How do you know everything about everything, brother? Like, that is a lot of stuff. And I always wanted to ask you this, and this is the first time I've ever actually had the opportunity. How do you know everything about everything, brother? What's your background?
I don't know all that much. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's you be a student, be a student every day. Keep learning every day. Every time I talk to a new trucking company, there's something that I can learn from them. So, it's just a matter of picking up the things, and it's taken us a long time to build this list of partners. So I definitely didn't learn it overnight. But I've worked in the factoring industry for a long time. I've been around the brokerage game, seen the insurance companies. Worked with thousands of trucking companies over the course of my career. And, I've seen, the successful ones, the ones that, don't make it past 6 months. And, basically from that, you can kind of infer what the steps are and, the tools to success. So that's what we're trying to, spread to everybody that we work with. And keep learning every day.
Let me ask you something else. The roadside assistance program, that is not available. Like, I can't call up and say, hey, I'm stuck on the side of the road. Send a tow truck. I want to join this right now, right? Like, how does that work?
No, they have a 10-day waiting period. So if you signed up today, it would kick in 10 days from now. So it's a monthly fee. You can pay monthly or yearly. So it's $500 a year. It's not, this isn't something where you're paying a fortune, and you can't just call up and use it when you need it, because obviously who's even gonna sign up? You just call up and pay $50 for a tow. I mean, that doesn't make sense. But it takes 10 days to kick in, so that it's preventative. Make sure that you get it before you need it.
Hold on, man. Did you say it's $500 a year? And this is available all over the country, right? If I break down anywhere in the country, I get a tow truck, right?
Correct.
And it's $500 a year.
Yep.
So I remember I spoke to this guy once. I don't have to pay anything extra, no sucker charges, nothing. It's $500 a year, and he sends a tow truck out to me.
So there's two options. You can either pay yearly or you can pay monthly. If you do the yearly option, it's actually $475 a year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then if you do monthly, it's like $40 a month, or $50 a month, but then you pay $100 down payment. So it breaks out to where you pay a little bit more if you do it monthly. It's a little bit cheaper if you pay it in full for the year, but you can do it either way.
Wow. Honestly, from a guy, hold on, Justin. I know you want to jump in there, because I want to say something from a guy that gets phone calls in the middle of the night and has to hand out his credit card because some guy broke down on the highway and he's got to call roadside. Just for that one thing right there, that's like $1,000. Anywhere between $500 and $1,000 to get him off the highway. So just for that call, you know what I mean? So for $500 a year, in my opinion, it's a good deal. I don't know. Go ahead, Jamie. And then I want to get to Dan, and then I want to get to Jamie down there. Go ahead, Justin.
No, I mean, with the roadside assistance, I just want to make sure that it's clear. There's, there are some certain things, like they're not going to deliver. They will deliver you fuel, right? Yeah. But you have to pay for the fuel.
You got to pay for it. I know. I spoke to him about that. Yeah. And I said, what? Well, wait a minute. People expect you to pay for the fuel? And he was like, yeah, man, it's a, like, look, if you break down and run out of gas, the dude will bring you fuel, but you got to pay for the fuel. Like, I mean, it ain't all free. You know what I mean? But
right.
it's still an excellent program.
Yeah, I mean, there's multiple things. Like if you lock your keys out, they'll come and fix it. They'll deliver you fuel. If you veer off and go into off the side of the road, they'll come and winch you out, as long as it's 50 feet off of the highway. There's like little things like that, right? Because there's sometimes where a guy falls asleep and then drives into a cornfield 300 feet and he's stuck in, a foot pile of mud. That's not included. There's certain restrictions like that as long as the guy's 50 feet off the road, then that'll be covered. But, for in extreme circumstances like that, there's little things.
Yeah, especially we had a guy who signed up for it, and the guy didn't tell me that he was like a farmer or something, and he wanted to tow some kind of heavy tractor out of the mud like today. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, we got towing services. He gave me all this grief because the guy wouldn't come anyway, man. So I just wanted to get that out there. Look, everybody. Sam is the man. This is the man that you speak to when you sign up to the association and you're looking for specific services. He's the one who your initial point of contact usually. And if you get a chance to speak to him, he's a nice guy. And Sam, we really appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming on the show, man. And please come back. Open invitation to you and Justin and Dr. Farrow. Not you, Joseph. Whenever we have a space to fill. Dan, are you there?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
Hey, Dan. Pull your camera down. I see your nose. There you go. Everybody, it's a very special moment. We got Dan Davis from Davis and Associates. He is the president of the insurance division of the National Owner-Operators Association. Dan, how's it going in the insurance world? Does it still suck, or did it get better?
Yeah, you nailed it, Mike. You know it. Yeah, I do insurance. I don't always like it, but it is what it is.
Dan, I got a question. I was talking to is his name Joshua in your office? What's his name?
Brandon. I got
Brandon.
Yeah, two Brandons.
You got two. How do you have two Brandons? Who got two Brandons? All right. So are all of you coming to the California truck show, or is it just going to be you, or who?
It may be me and Brandon Wright as of right now.
Okay.
Yep. But I got to keep some people in the office too.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, the National Owner-Operators Association is going to be at the California Truck Show, I believe, October 14th and 15th. If you're in California, Ontario, California, please stop by. It's free. We are going to be there. So, and so is Dan, and I don't know, Justin, Sam, you guys going to be there? I think Jamie's going to be there. Anybody going to be there? Okay. Well, if you have marketing, no?
No, I won't be able to make that one.
Okay, but you're going to get us a stack of flyers or something so we can hand them out to people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dr. Farrow, we are going to be at the California Truck Show. Thousands and thousands of people are there when we go. And if you have any marketing you'd like us to hand out, that would be great.
Yeah, I have a few coaches that live in that area. Maybe I'll have a coach come down.
Cool. We'll have a chair for them and a desk for them so they can. We keep losing Jamie, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, Dan, man, what's new? What are we working on out there in? You're in Vegas. What are we working on out there in Vegas besides not turning into a piece of bacon on the side of the road, brother?
Yeah, surprisingly, man, it's been actually pretty. I mean, I say cool, but 99 degrees is cool for us, but it hasn't been 115 or 122, so that's been nice, so it's been pretty mild. But yeah, other than that, man, just plugging away, trying to build the office out and get the help that we need, make things move smoothly, get the quotes out as possible, you know, as quickly as possible. But yeah, I mean, it's plugging away. I mean, you will be happy to know that we did pull a brand new market for household good movers.
You did.
Yeah, we met with them. We did a Zoom on Friday, I believe, and then one of their partners has the exclusive market for the household goods moving. So I got
Hook a brother up.
yeah,
Hook a brother up, man.
I know, man. They're killing me. But no, it's good news though. So it's an exclusive market. It's an A-rated market. It's really good, and the rates are supposed to be good. So we'll see how that goes. But just plugging away, man. We lost a couple agents. We lost Keisha.
She bounced.
Yeah, Friday. Yep.
Everybody liked her.
I know, man. I know. She was getting crazy reviews too. I mean, just she took care of people, you know.
You know, she opened up her own shop, Dan.
Something. You don't want to do that though. I'll be honest.
Yeah, she opened up her own shop, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey,
That's what they do. They steal all your knowledge and then they open up their own shop, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Taking her NOAA clients with her, I think.
Oh man, our first rip, we got stole. All right.
No, she's a good girl, man. Like you know, it just didn't work out. But you know, plugging away, still saving people money, not saving everybody money. You know, so you know, we've had a couple pretty cool victories lately. We had a one come in at like 7,000 currently with the current company that they were with, and we were able to get them down to, I didn't think we were going to be able to do nothing, honestly, but we were able to get them down to about 5,600 a year. So to me, that was a big win because we have markets that can go that low, you know?
Wow.
And what else?
That's good numbers, brother. That's good numbers because the average right now is like, I believe 17, 18,000, right? That's like the average.
Yeah, new ventures. Unless you get, I mean, you can get surprised. I mean, some of these markets will come back and surprise you, but average is probably 17 to 21 on average for a new venture. Yeah.
Right. And you got it down to what?
So this guy, I mean, he had history. He had like 6 or 7 years, you know, so that's why I was able to go to a more preferred market for him. But even 7,000, I mean, that's a really good rate per unit, you know, but Northland was even better. So Northland's super preferred. That's who we ended up writing them with. So,
wow.
And then on top of that, what happened? So they had a program. So they have a sitting program. Not every insurance company will allow a sitting rate on their policy, say the truck goes down or whatnot. And they actually have a sitting rate on that with Northland, which is cool. And something else happened with him too.
So when you say sitting, Dan,
yeah,
people don't understand insurance talk, brother.
Sorry about that.
What is that?
So sitting rate, you know, you have your truck on the policy, scheduled on the policy, the truck breaks down. Most people, you know, you want to keep your authority active, you got to keep paying that insurance premium, right? Well, they have a way in their program where they can put you on what they call a sitting rate. And it drops the premium down during that period. It keeps it at the same coverage, you know, $1 million or whatever it is, but it just drops it to a sitting rate, they call it. So you're not paying high premium for a down truck. So,
wow,
yeah,
I never had that, man.
Yeah, there was something else too. There was actually, I mean, I'm trying to think of it right now. Something happened with him. Maybe it'll come back to me. But there was another endorsement that's actually built into the policy. Like Brandon said, "Oh man, I looked into all this. You know, we shouldn't be. You know, this shouldn't be a fire that we're trying to put out." When, in all reality, right in the endorsement section, I wonder if Brandon. Hold on, let me see if Brandon's.
Dan, I'm gonna jump over to Jamie Anderson real quick. All right.
Okay.
Jamie, can you hear me?
Yeah, how y'all doing today?
I
Just
see
out
you
buzzing
driving,
around,
man.
brother.
You got I see you driving. You got bad connection.
Yeah, I'm
What,
coming up through
what
Oklahoma, man. Right now. I'm in Tuska on 69 North, heading up to Ochalata, up in Jake's territory. Got a delivery at 4 in the morning. Man, I had to stop in earlier to get me a stair tire put on my truck. It was getting pretty bad, dude. And now it's rides like a Cadillac. It was needing it. I hate to buy tires though, man. Right now, everything's so damn expensive, man.
right. No, I hear you, brother. I hear
Just
you.
out here trying to
Uh,
make it, brother. How y'all been
yeah,
today? Interesting
eh,
stuff. I want to get in on this meal deal. And I'll damn sure be hollering at Dan when my renewal comes up. So we'll see what we can do with mine. Me and my partner, we've got lots of years experience. Both of us got clean records, and we're paying a pretty good premium right now. I think both of us together, let's see, it's his is 19 something, mine's 14 something. So
he
what
said
is
he
that,
just
about
got a guy
35?
5,600, bro.
Yeah, it's about 3,500 a week, a month. So yeah, cost of doing business, brother. Gotta hate it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. He said he got a guy 5,600.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was that piqued my interest. I was listening to that. Like I said, when we come up for renewal, going to damn sure go to Dan first and see what we can do about getting ours down reasonable, man.
right. Uh, I need to talk to you. I know you called me earlier. I called you back,
Yeah,
but
we've
it
been
went to
playing phone
voicemail.
tag all day, my brother.
Right. That Ted Cruz's people got back to us, and we're going to be meeting with Ted Cruz tomorrow at I think 3 p.m. I have a prep meeting at 2:30, and we're going to be meeting with Ted Cruz tomorrow at 3 p.m. So I know you wanted to be uh, aware of
Yeah,
that, and I'm just letting you know.
yeah. I'll try to be available. I've got this load coming off. Uh, Probably start looking for a load after I get it off, and we'll see where I end up, man. I'm just right now. I'm just trying to stay close to home and just moving enough to keep some money rolling in to keep everything going, man. It's really rough out here, man. It seems like every day it's getting rougher, man. I seen your tweet earlier or X, um, talking and I pulled up the load board around Dallas this morning. There was 2,219 loads in 150 miles, and the highest paying rate was 287 a mile. So
Right.
yeah, it's definitely not a freight drought or freight shortage. I mean, it may be down some compared to what it was during COVID, but that's not the problem. My lady out of Laredo, I've been running these loads regularly for her. Pretty good loads, man. They're relatively light, straight shot to Houston, straight through damn near 360 miles. I've been getting 1,500 on it. Well, she hit me up this morning talking about 1,200, and I told her, well, no, I'm not
Right.
interested in that. It's still 350 a mile, but that's not the point. The point is, I know how much money she's got in the load, and she's trying to drive
Right.
down rates. Well, at this point, I'm not going to deal with a broker that's doing that, man. I'm just not. I know
Because the
you got the money
shipper,
in the rates, and
right.
you're trying to rob me. No, I'm not all right with it.
Like the shipper in the middle of the contract said, you know what? I want to lower this. It don't work that way.
Yeah,
We got a
I already
contract.
know.
And these
I already know,
contracts are
brother.
between 6 months, a year. Some of them go even longer. So when they go ahead, 1 week it's this price, the next week it's this price. That's games, brother. That's them trying to put more money in their pocket. So
I know, bro.
you
Believe me,
when
I
you
know.
read that tweet, that was me responding to bullshit talking points.
Well,
You know what I mean? There is not a freight shortage. What there is a shortage of suckers willing to do freight for garbage money. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? I agree with you, man.
yeah. Well, I'm just not. I mean, she was treating me good, paying me good, and I was getting it done for her. Now she wants to drive down the rates when I know that because she told me when we first started doing business and we spoke and I told her about the association. She was really excited, right? And I know she had just renewed this contract earlier this year. I know the contract has not changed, but she wants to drive down the rates 300 on a $300 on a 350-mile run. Nah, I'm not good with it, brother. So that tells me right there she's in line with the rest of the brokers and willing to cut rates to put more money in their pockets when they don't. I mean, it's not necessary because she was making money before, or she wouldn't have been calling me to move the loads. So
Right.
I'm not all right with it, and until she comes back up with her rates to where they was originally, I'm just not going to do it, bro. I'm not.
You shouldn't. Justin, question. Are you in New York or are you in Georgia?
I'm in Georgia right now. I'll be here for another month and then heading down to New York. So once I get back up there, I will definitely make it a point to meet up with you a few times.
Yeah, absolutely, brother, because you're like down the block from me. So yeah. Let's meet up. Hey,
Sure.
what are you working on, Justin? What's new? What do you got coming down the pipeline?
I would say the most exciting thing that we're able to now offer to as a service, we've been focusing pretty heavily on credit repair, business financing, and then life insurance and setting up estates and trusts. So, the credit repair partner that we've partnered up with, he's been doing it for 20 years. He actually has just been appointed to, and I'd love to get him on one of the nightly shows like this, because he'll be able to go into a little more depth with it. But basically, he's able to offer in-house financing for credit repair. Credit affects multiple different things. A lot of people, they go through, and I've personally gone through it. Right, this is my third business. Everybody that's on this call, we're all entrepreneurs. So there's times that you go through that you might not be able to pay your bill on time. Doesn't make you a bad person, right? Everybody wants to create a life of financial freedom, and there's consumer laws that protect us as individuals, where these where Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, they don't control your life. Your life shouldn't be dictated by this random company that means nothing. And there's ways around fixing your credit so that you can get approved for a mortgage, get lower insurance rates, get lower interest rates on business loans or equipment financing. So, we're trying to guide these people in a way where we show them. A lot of people don't think that that's important, but starting a business now, all the knowledge that I've learned over the years, I mean, getting your credit fixed up front is super important. And, just understanding how to get working capital loans. I think a lot of times, if we're able to get these new authorities loans and put money in their pocket, that will give them enough money to make it to year 2, right? That'll give them enough money to pay for a training class or a dispatching class. That might pay for them to go and pay for a compliance manager. That might be able to be the reason why they stay in business, because their truck broke down and now they have $20,000 to pay for their truck. Meanwhile, if we weren't able to get their credit fixed first and then get them financing, that could be the reason. Getting them a $25,000 loan could be the reason why they were able to survive and grow that company to 10 trucks and grow and have a financially successful future. So that's kind of what I've been going on. The business loans project that we've been working on there. All you got to do is basically be in business for 3 months. They take the average of the last 3 months' bank statements, and then average it out. So over the last 3 months, if you make $20,000, you're not a felon, you don't have any bankruptcies, then you're basically going to get approved from our credit repair and business loan partner. So it's in-house, so they don't have to go to their bank and wait for months and months, right? Like I got a business loan. I had to go out to a bank. It was like a month and a half long process of getting approved, right? I had to provide all these sorts of documents. This is going to be a fast turnover approval. This will be available in the next 2 weeks. I'm hoping he's just finalizing some things like that. So that's, I think, being able to have a fast access to money for these guys is going to be super helpful to the organization and to keep these guys in business.
Couple of questions, and then I want to go back to Sam. I got a real important one for Sam. So 3 months in business, bank statements, not a felon. How much money can I get?
If you have, they're given up to 2 times. The 2 times. So if you made on average $20,000, then you could be approved for up to 40. There's a few other little things that are, that could hold you back. But from what I understand and what he's been telling me, he's been working on this for 6 months. So I'm very excited to roll it out. But those are the 2 major things that would hold you back from getting approved. But basically, as long as you don't have a felony and you don't, you've never been convicted of anything related to fraud, and you don't have a bankruptcy, then you're pretty much going to get approved for this loan, for the in-house financing with us. So,
next question: title loans. That's the question.
Title loans.
Yeah.
I don't really have much info about, the title. You're just talking about buying
a loan against my truck.
A loan against your truck. I would have to look into that. One thing that I don't know if that's an option available, but one thing that I do know that is going to be available is he's going to be able to buy you out merchant cash advances, MCAs, right? They prey on the trucking industry. They prey on the truckers. And a lot of times these truckers are forced to get a merchant cash advance. But they're daily deductions. And that's how a lot of people go out of business. And I know there's a lot of people in trucking that fall victim basically to these companies. So what he's able to do is he's going to be able to buy your merchant cash advance out, right? So if there's a $30,000 outstanding bill, he's going to be able to buy them out and then put them into a loan and save the 50% on interest rates and costs. So I think that's an exciting.
What's the turnaround, Justin? What's the turnaround time from point of contact? How long does it take?
We don't have it set up yet. We're working on it. It'll be in the next week or so, but he says that it's going to be, we submit the application today. As long as you have all of the documents uploaded and submitted in 3 to 4 days, the money should be in your bank account. It's quick. Application day 1, underwriting day 2, money should hit your bank account day 3 or 4. And that's, assuming that all the bank statements and articles of incorporation and W-9 and insurance certificate, all the documents that they're going to need to, confirm and underwrite that you're an actual legit business and have the income coming in, then 1 to 4 days. Well, 4 days.
That's pretty quick.
I have a question for you, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely, Joseph.
Yeah, go ahead, Joseph.
If you let me, please, Mike. Are you talking about that money? It comes from those investor financial companies like Capitus and those loans, or is it comes directly from the bank? Because there's this small ones is and you have to pay it within maybe 6 months and then or a year. Is that what it is we're talking about? Or are we talking about long-term loans, let's say 5 years, and you know what I mean?
It's anywhere from 24 to 36 month loans. 24 to 36 month loans. So depending on, I'm assuming the longer that you are able to prove that you've been in business, then the longer that they will, the longer the term that they will extend it, right? Because this guy knows, and the bank that's backing him knows that 80% of owner operators go out of business in 2 years, right? So when that's a known statistic, they don't want to extend credit for that long, because chances are, if you don't listen to our knowledge and listen to our guidance and make sure that you learn how to do things yourself and take control of your business, these owner operators that are only in business for 3 months, they're not going to extend them a loan for 36 months, because most of them aren't going to make it. So it's really based off of, I'm not the underwriter, so I can't say, and we haven't rolled it out yet, but I'm sure it's based off of like years experience being in trucking, maybe, how long you had your CDL, how long have you been an owner operator leased on, are all going to be questions that they take into play.
1 second.
The program, I encourage people is like to sign up for if they need like the money. This is really good.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Justin.
Like I said, it took me a month and a half to get a business loan through a traditional bank, and you guys, having this quick turnaround time, and not so much underwriting. If you went to a bank, it would be very difficult for you guys to, or for these owner operators to get approval like that. So I'm looking forward to it. The second that we have it launched and ready to rock, then I will definitely be introducing him to the group, and Darren will come on and go into a little more detail with that. And then, just the next thing that I say is that I'm really focusing on is life insurance products that are investment tools. A lot of times these rich families, you try to build generational wealth. I know, I wasn't built into a generational wealth family. So we got to be the ones that kind of turn that around. And when you start understanding life insurance products and how these people and these families and the rich actually use it as investment vehicles to set up their kids' retirement plans or stuff like that, and they can take cash value out to use it to invest into a business or to travel, and or to buy a house for your kid. There's a lot of ways to start looking at life insurance differently. And then the second part to that is wills, estates, and trusts. Anybody who owns a business and who has it like a home and has family that they want to actually leave, your assets to, stocks, life insurance products, all those things, you should really set up an estate and trust so that everything is protected. There's a lot of advantages to taxes, right? And understanding how to protect your assets and be distributed to your family members the right way is super important. So, it's more, lately my conversations have been going towards educating people a little bit about why it's important to have life insurance for your family, why it's important to set up a trust for your family. And, once these guys understand the importance, it's, I think it's something necessary. I think everybody who owns a business should get an estate done and a life insurance policy for their family.
But Justin, don't we offer that stuff now?
Yeah, we offer that now. The only thing that we don't have in place yet is the business loan financing. But yeah,
all that stuff is available now at the association. So if you're a member, that stuff is available now. Justin, I'm gonna come back to you. I got a serious question for Sam. This one is as serious as a heart attack. Sam, you there, brother?
Yeah, what's up, Mike?
Are you on skis or are you doing the boogie board? Which one you do out in Colorado, man? Are you skiing?
I ski, my friend. I ski.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. All right. That's the way you're doing it. I know absolutely nothing about skiing. I know I want to try it one day. So, do you suggest I start out on the bunny slopes with the 6-year-olds and the 5-year-olds, or just go for it, brother? Like James
I
Bond,
suggest definitely the bunny slopes. Get yourself a helmet.
get a helmet and a mouthpiece, right?
Tie them skis together.
Yo, Justin, I know all of those services are available through us at NOAA, and you put in a lot of hard work, and we really appreciate TAP, Truckers Affiliate Program, and you guys do excellent work. And Sam, you are definitely a soldier, and we really do appreciate you both, and thank you.
We love what
I'm gonna
you're
come
doing
back.
too, Mike. I mean, seriously, that's why you're speaking for the truckers. You're out there hitting the pavement, doing everybody else's dirty work. Not a lot of people actually step up to the plate. The type of movement that you're pulling together is impressive. You work your ass off. You're always working. You're dedicated to changing the industry, and these guys are anybody that's in the association or listening. I mean, you're an advocate for them. So we love being a part of it. We love helping other entrepreneurs be successful, and we're just trying to help everybody that we can. We're on the same mission.
And I appreciate that. And I want to say that it's a team effort, because I wouldn't be able to do this if you guys weren't working with us. And, all of the affiliates, you know what I mean? If you guys weren't working with us, we wouldn't be able to do the outreach and get down to Washington the way that we are, and to be as effective as we've been able to be in such a short period of time. So I appreciate it, man, and I appreciate you guys as well.
Absolutely.
Jamie,
Yes,
Wakis
sir.
Khan, he has a message for you. Would you
What's
like
up?
me to post it?
Just read it to me, brother. I'm driving.
Stand your ground, Jamie. That is his message.
You broke up on me, bro. I still don't have really good service out here.
Stand your ground. That's what he said.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You know I
How,
will. I'm not going nowhere. I'm in their face, man. That's
how
what
is he?
that's what I do.
How is he doing anyway? He should have called in. How is he doing?
He hit me on a text message, said he could see I was driving. Last I'd heard from him, he had a doctor's appointment, and he had some. At the time of the wreck, he really wasn't hurting that bad. But after the wreck later on, I guess a few weeks later, he started hurting. And last I heard, he had a doctor's appointment. And I haven't really spoke with him since, but I hope he's doing well. He's a good guy, man. Didn't deserve what
That
he
man,
got.
he listening right now.
Yeah. Well, God bless you, brother. And we pray for you daily. That's a bad situation. I'm glad you come through it good. And I don't know if I was put in that situation that you went through, if I'd ever be able to climb my ass back in a truck again, to be honest with you. But we hope you get back out here, because we need you. We need all the truckers out here. We need everybody pulling together. Um, Good guy, man. I talk to him regular. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if Jesse got his truck fixed. We was talking about maybe me picking him up and him filling in with me until he get his truck back on the road. But I haven't heard from him neither. I was gonna go down on the radio and pick him up if he needed some work, and just let him team with me for until he got his truck back. It turned out it wasn't as bad as we thought. We thought that he had lost his transmission. It turned out to be his power divider, which is like a breath of fresh air, because I mean it's a it's an automatic transmission, so you're looking at thousands, thousands, tens of thousands,
At
$20,000.
least, at least 10 grand. Yeah.
Yeah, but he found out it was a power divider, so that's good. I talked to a lot of these members. They've all got my number, and I'm always available. Sometimes I'm busy, but I always try to get back with them. And that's what we need, man. We need communication. Um, Mike, after you posted, I just went at ATA again. They posted something on there about XM Radio, Road Dog Radio earlier, and I told them they had one retweet and one comment on there, and I went in there and I aired them out. I told them y'all, I basically told them y'all sure not getting much engagement. If people are wising up and they're seeing what y'all are, y'all are the ones that's colluding, the ones that are trying to run us all out of business. So anybody that's listening, go re-X that, post it, and let's show them we got more engagement than they got. That's what we're doing, man. We're breaking the narrative by engagement. You know, we get into these conversations on these platforms, and we go round and round with the brokers and round and around with everybody. But the big thing is everybody's seeing it, and everybody's getting informed on exactly what's going on. A lot of people don't know what we're dealing with, so it's important that we get the message out and let America know that there's a problem in the trucking industry and how that's going to affect them. So that's where we're at and what we're doing, man. Con, brother, I pray for you daily, bro. And if you ever need to reach out to me, I'm here, man. All you got to do is pick up the phone, bro. You got my personal number, and I'm here. Thank you, Mike.
You got it, man. You got it. For everyone who, for anyone out there that doesn't know who Waukis Khan is, he was in a very bad accident. I mean, it looked like somebody took his truck and brought it up about 30,000 feet and just let it go and free fall to the ground. It didn't even look like a truck. I had to look at it a few times and find out if it was actually a truck accident. That was heinous. He was totally, I don't even know what to call it, but he ran out of time. And, I don't want to get into all of the stuff here, but it looked like a Amazon driver with probably 2 weeks experience just ran into him and 3 other trucks full throttle and just destroyed every truck in its path. And just heinous. And brother, we pray for you. And I posted the pictures and I've sent it out to congressmen and senators. I made a national press release, and I added those pictures to the press release. And my heart goes out to you and your family, and you have the full support of the National Owner Operators Association, brother. He goes by the handle Waukis Khan on Facebook, and he is a member of the group and the association. Hang in there, brother. He is on
Mike, all that information also went to my senators and congressmen. So when we put stuff like that out, let's get that stuff together and put a message with it and send it to these people in office and tell them, look, we need y'all's attention. This is what's going on. So it's very important that we do that. And I did. I done a long email to both my congressmen and my senators as well as sharing it on all the platforms what had happened. So, it's important that we do that and get the attention where it needs to be, not on speed limiters and automatic e-brakes and these under ride carriage protectors. That all that is just a smoke screen, something to deter everybody's focus away from the major issues and the real issues that's going on in trucking right now. So it's important that we get the real story out there to these people and let them see exactly what's going on. And all those things that they're bickering over right now mean nothing to the industry. So
anybody who's listening, that man was sitting on the side of a highway, okay, because his ELD made him stop. He couldn't find a place to park his truck safely, and he couldn't move anymore. So he had to park on that ramp. Him and 3 other trucks. He was forced to park there, okay? And some moron almost took his life. Took his truck, but almost took his life. So that's the reason why it's important for all of you listening to this to get in touch with your congressmen and senators and tell them your concerns, because that could have been any of us, any one of us. And if you stand there and try to, oh no, not me, all right. It could have been any one of us, any one of us.
One parking spot for every 11 trucks, Mike.
Hey, Jamie, in the beginning, they ignored us. Now it's time to tell us how unfair it is. Just them coming out as at us is proof we hit them where it counted. Uh, that is from Michael Johnson. Everybody knows him as ADD. So yeah.
You know,
What is this one?
we're starting to get a lot of pushback, Mike, and even like TIA is pushing back really hard. And when they're doing that, when you're over the target, think about war. When the planes come over the target, they catch a lot of flack. So we're catching this flack. That means we're exactly where we need to be and hitting them right. They know that we're over the target and we're where we need to be, and they're trying any way in the world they can to bat us down. And we're not going to let them do it. We're here. We're here for the long haul, man. We're not going away. We're not stopping.
Michael, I want
Jamie.
to say something quick.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I actually partnered with a organization, and if you want to share your screen, I mean, there's obviously a lot of things that I still need to include and connect you with. But if you go to truckerdown.org, it's actually a nonprofit organization that that I met at the Mid-American Truck Show, truckerdown.org, and they have a phenomenal story. The basically the guy who started the organization, the nonprofit, he owned a trucking company, and he's been in situations where his trucker would either get into an accident or something. And a lot of times when these guys get into accidents, they they don't have any income coming in, right? Or they don't have enough money to put food on the table for their family because their truck's down and they're injured. And then maybe they're either in the middle of a lawsuit or whatever. So Trucker Down, actually, you can go on there and for situations like that, you can go on there and you can actually sponsor. There's two things, right? You can actually donate to the nonprofit to help people in need. There's a whole bunch of really touching stories, just like the situation, the driver that you just told about. I mean, thank God that he's alive. But there's people out there like Trucker Down that want to help people and families like you that come into hard times in the trucking industry. So I will, Michael, now that I just thought about it, to connect you guys, I'm going to send an email to the owner and copy you in on it. But if anyone on here has been in a situation where they come into hard times, doesn't mean that you have to just get hit by a truck and means that you qualify for help. But you can go on here and apply and kind of tell your story, and then they basically, based on your story and what you need help with, they can raise money for you, which is incredible. So.
Is that the company right there? Is that the nonprofit?
Truckerdown.org. Okay. Yep.
Everybody check it out. Truckerdown.org. Justin said he was going to get me some information, so maybe we'll be able to get them on the show.
We would love to.
I see we lost Dan. Jamie, you get a lot of love out here, brother.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying hard, man. I'm pushing.
I can't keep up with all the messages. I can't keep up with all the messages. I'm trying to post them between you and Justin and Sam. All these, I love you. Great job. You guys are the best. Blah, blah. Yeah, I'm trying to post them all, but they keep coming in. So thank you, Joseph.
Don't get it mistaken. It's not about me. It's about us, man. That's the main thing. I never wanted to be in this spot. I didn't intend to be in this spot, but I ended up here. And it's not about me. It's about helping my fellow drivers, my brothers and sisters out here that's getting robbed. That's the reason why I'm here. It's the only reason why I'm here. There's no ulterior motive. I'm not getting
brother. I want you to, Jamie. I want you to keep your blood pressure down. We got an important meeting tomorrow with Ted Cruz, and I want you to be able to talk to him peacefully. I told you I don't speak Texas.
I'm
So I
actually a
need
fan
you
of
on this
Ted
one.
Cruz, man. I've been following him for a long time, Mike. He's actually a really good guy, but he's sharp as a tack, man. That dude is sharp as a tack, brother.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that one, bro. I tell you, I'm gonna be very quiet in that meeting. You're gonna have the floor. You and the lobbyists are gonna have the floor. I'm just gonna be nodding my head, bro.
Hey, Mike. I think we speak a different dialect of Texas, though.
Yo,
Just
Texas
saying.
is his own country. I learned that a long time ago, brother. I don't speak Texas. I've tried. It's a tough language. I got to give it to my people in Texas. I love y'all. You know what? We've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes. So unless anybody has anything else they want to plug, I'm probably just going to end the show. I know it's been a long day for everybody, and this was kind of a last minute. Oh, there goes Joseph. Joseph, you got to thank you. I know it's been a long day. Yeah, Jamie, check this one out. You're an effing rock star, bro.
Thank you, everybody.
Y'all, let's don't forget about MAGA Mission and everything they do for us, man. Them
Oh,
dudes are
yeah.
pushing
Thank you
so
for
hard.
reminding me. They're going to be
Shepherd's
on the
Watch,
show. They're going to be on the show
Shepherd's
next
Watch
week.
as well. We got so
All
many
right.
people working in so many different things with us here that are pushing hard in there. So here's the deal. Here's what it comes down to, man. All these things that these people are pushing for, we're part of it, and they've taken the time and energy to help us because they see that we're right in our fight. But there's many other aspects that they're doing the same thing with, man. They're awesome, awesome people, man. They're not about the D's and the R's. They're about doing what's right, man. And that's something that everybody needs to realize. And you know they're awesome, man. Shepherds Watch, same thing, man. They're fighting to protect the children. Vets for Child Rescue, fighting to save the children. Uh, you got Advocate that's fighting for the indoctrination in our schools, in our school system. You know, uh, Marlon, he's fighting for the project, the wind farm projects they're doing that's killing all our wildlife, our whales, our dolphins, which is crucial to the survival of the human race. I mean, these people are making a difference, and you know, you can't give them enough credit for what they've done and how much they've helped us and contributed to what we're doing. And I'll park it there, brother. Man, it's good to see y'all. Uh, Much love to all y'all out there, man, and all the admins, man. We're overworked and underpaid, but you know what? We're all workaholics, so this is where we're at, right?
That's the thing. We're everybody on this show right now, and everybody who's involved with the association, whether you're a member or not a member, we're all on the same side of it. You know what I mean? Like we're all out here hustling, trying to stay alive and pay our bills. You know what I mean? Nobody over here is independently wealthy and lighting cohibas with $100 bills. You know what I mean? With our feet on the desk, we all just working, man. You know what I mean? Like that's the point I always try to get across. You know what I mean? Like I see all types of stupid comments in the group, and I know it's just somebody who just wants some attention. You know what I mean? Or just wants to get some eyes on them for 2 seconds. But truthfully, that's all it is, man. I mean, you got Sam out in Colorado answering phones, 5-6 days a week. You know what I mean? You got Justin, in multiple states, always working, meeting with people. You got guy like Joseph, he got babies at home. He runs he runs the carrier division, leasing trucks and stuff like that, buying trucks, fixing trucks, always under a truck. He's out here right now on the road, hundreds of miles away from his babies, but he'll pick up the phone and take a phone call from somebody looking to lease a truck. You know what I mean? And you got you on the road, family man doing your thing, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. And you'll stop what you're doing and take a phone call from somebody that has a question or needs help. We just regular people out here trying to make a difference and help people stay alive in this business because we know where we're at right now. We know where we're at. and we know what they're trying to do. What they always do when they say the market is bad and we're in a correction. They want us to fail. They want you to lose your business. You know what I mean? They want you to fail. 20,000 truckers went out of business the first part of this quarter, and you didn't hear one news story about it. Not one press release. Nobody gave a shit, you know, because that's the way it is. Need a truck. I guess this one's for you, Joseph. I hope he didn't think I was not going to put his phone number out there, but that one is for you, Joseph.
Yep,
I
got
need a
it.
truck. You got the
I
phone
will
number?
call you in the morning. I will call
All
you in
right.
the morning, sir, if you hear me.
Okay, that's going bye-bye. Next. Matt, John, Alex, the whole MAGA Mission crew is an awesome bunch. I rarely miss their spaces, and I'm happy to see Mike has this Trucker Talk live. You are all effing rock stars to me. So are you, brother or sister. So are you. You all do this because you're good people with big hearts, and I appreciate all you do. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I really appreciate your kind words. And believe it or not, it is stuff like that that helps this broken body do one of these when I get out of bed and land on my feet and continue on day after day. Because without that, without knowing that I have that type of support, I don't think I'd be able to do this. Because believe me, the hate is there, and I need that. I'm Big Daddy on Twitter. I know who you are. I know who you are.
Hey, Big
Our
Daddy.
number, hard to get. If anybody was interested, that's magamission.org. Check them out. They don't just focus on trucking issues. They focus on environment issues, all types of issues, child sex trafficking, all types of issues. They're actually coming with me as my guest down to Washington next month. I will be in Washington, D.C. for face-to-faces with congressmen and senators from September 13th to September 15th. I'm also going to be meeting with Pete Buttigieg. I found out today. So if anybody has anything they'd like to relay to Secretary Buttigieg, I'm going to be meeting with them as well. We will be back down there again in October, but I don't have the dates. So yes. Okay, I like that one. Well, it should be all in or nothing, but it's all in or nothing. So thank you.
Hey, Mike, can I bring one more thing up, brother?
Absolutely.
Albert Hershaw. Albert Hershaw is going to be at the Iowa Fair here in the next week or two. If anybody's in Iowa and can get over to support him, we would greatly appreciate it. The man is through his support behind us, and he's been working on some things for us. Dude's a good dude. We're still talking about putting a rally together out in West Virginia for Nate Kane, Chris Rose, and Derek Evans. They're running for seats out there that could really impact where we're at and where we're going. They have agreed to represent us and bring attention to our plight. So we're talking about that. They're actually looking for a place. They asked me where it needed to be off 81 or 77. I said, well, 81 is the most traveled. So the things we're looking at. But Albert Hershaw is going to be at the state fair in Iowa. So if anybody's in that area can get over there and show that man some support, it would be beneficial for us all to do that. And I'll park it there, Mike. Thank you.
Cool, brother. Speak of the devil. Hello? Is this Albert? Ladies and gentlemen, we are not closing the show. We have a very, very special guest, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Hold on. Albert, you're on the air live. You want to go ahead?
Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Albert Harshaw. I'm running for president of the United States. You know, I've had a long, varied career. I served the United States military for a long time in the 90s and 2000s, Iraq, Kuwait, Cuba, Bosnia, Slovenia, Croatia. I was a firefighter before that. I've managed businesses, grew up in restaurants, worked on a farm, take a pick. I put trains on the railroad. I ran a fort overseas, highly decorated for that. So good times, and I love my country. And, you know, Reagan once said that we're one generation from losing it, and I think we are that generation at this point with everything that's going on. There's a whole lot of evils trying to destroy us, and we have to stand up and fight that back with everything we've got.
Can you hear Albert, Jamie?
Yeah, I can hear him better just right before he finished talking, but at first it was kind of bad. But yeah, I can hear him.
Okay. Albert, you want to tell everybody a little bit about your platform and what you're doing for the trucking industry? Because I know that you've been working with us and MAGA Mission and other organizations, and you know, we've seen some of the things that you've written up, and we know that you're a fierce advocate for the trucking industry. You want to give everybody a little bit of an idea of what you're working on? And Jamie just plugged that you're going to be down at the Iowa. What was it again, Jamie?
Iowa Fair.
Right.
I think the State Fair of Iowa. Albert, if you want to tell more about that, we're asking anybody that can come out and support you, come out and support you over there, brother.
Yeah, so I'm working on trying to get there still. I'm waiting for access to the stage and platform because they did it as invitational only. So I made all phone calls and emails. So once I get the okay, I can go there. Otherwise, there's no stage to talk from because that's the way they have it set up, unfortunately. But as far as my platform goes, I've been working with the trucking industry. You know, I've done trucking in my life as well. You know, I run a landscape construction business. I build walls, I build castles in people's backyards. So it matters to me. And I've been working with the vaccine injured, you know, because I used to be a firefighter, and with us as a frontline people, you know, they made vulnerable and made victims, and they turned heroes into villains. And now they erase them from hospitals as if though they never existed or worked there. They sue them. They've lost their wages. They've lost their homes because of it. Some of them lost their families through divorces as a result. So I've met one woman. She has to take medication to stay alive. If she stops, she dies. It's so painful what they're going through. A lot of them commit suicide. As far as that goes, in combination with what they're doing with the trucks, in combination with what they're doing with the businesses through the WEF and the UN Forum Council 24, destroying our businesses through the insurance industry with the ESG guidelines. You know, we live in a society where in normal life we bury our elders, but now we're burying our children and destroying a business. It seems an awful like warfare, like someone declared war on us. So we need to recognize this and fight back, and we have to do global divorce. We have to reset ourselves. We have to get back, not just manufacturing, but the infrastructure, research and development, prototyping, manufacturing, distribution. You know, the other countries that have all that, they're all within 5 minutes to 30 minutes of drive time of each other. You know, and then there's a whole lot of foreign interlopers in the brokerage industry that's destroying the truckers. They collapse, and these truckers, they're not getting paid. So I've been writing some policies for that, and they have an outdated Motor Carrier Act from the 1980s that was fitted for the 1980s. It has nothing to do with the 21st century, so that needs updating. They need self-regulation. They need to have their own committee with regulatory powers and lawful powers in order to self-regulate, similar to other agencies. So there's a lot going on, a lot to do, and a lot of fights we're fighting at the same time. You know, and we have to be, you know, MAGA is Make America Great Again. America First is put America first before the world. You know, with what's going on in Ukraine, a lot of people don't understand that besides the bereavement, there's a land grab. 9 million hectares represents the state of Colorado in landmass size, or the country of Iceland. So we got money going over there, and it's getting pumped back to corporations and owners over here. You know, Bill Gates and Vanguard, BlackRock. You know, and then there's 29 oligarchs who own that land, and there's like 15 other countries as well, China included. who's one of the largest land shareholders over there. So so our money isn't going to defend the nation. It's going to feed a conglomerate of corporations. There's no real sovereign land much over there anymore. So I mean, so we have to wake up and realize what we're doing, and they're going to have some kind of peace deal, come to Jesus peace deal, because they can't keep killing each other either. But we can't keep funding or supplying them, and we can't get into a war that's not for really a country, especially when their president Zelensky decides not to hold any more elections. Any treaties or anything that we had, null and void. And I hate to say it, not all countries survive. So the best we can do for them is get them a peace deal to save their lives. So, and if their goal is saving lives, then they'll have a peace deal. You know, so I'll stop there.
Hey, can I throw a statistic out there, brother?
Absolutely. We like statistics.
Here's a comparison for today, y'all, and this goes along with what Mr. Hershaw was talking about there. We have lost 50,000 owner-operators and small carriers since the first of the year. Since the COVID vaccine, we have lost 120,000 children. Let that sink in. Think about that. 120,000 children are gone. Breaks my heart, man. I'll park it, Mike.
If it doesn't break your heart, you're not a human being, brother. And
yeah,
you know, it doesn't make the national news. It's not, you know, so if you turn on the news, the first thing you hear is Trump, 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 and it just keeps going on and on and on and on. The issues this man is talking about and what you just brought up, you'll never hear it in the news cycle. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. You know, it's the news, man. And you guys heard it here. This man is running for president of the United States, and he supports truckers. His name is Albert Hershaw. Mr. Hershaw, could you tell them your website, please, and where they can donate to your campaign?
Yeah, Albert Hershaw for president.com. It's the numeral number 4 that you'll use. And it goes, the campaign's powered by WinRed. So the funds go directly to my campaign account. So that helps. And it helps me get more stuff to do the fight and keep in the fight and make more trips. And it also helps gets me more name recognition so I can get to places without having to worry about non-invites.
Albert, you know what impressed me about you? Did you drive all the way from New Jersey to Florida to speak to the vaccine injured?
Yes, I did.
Wow, brother.
And I gave out over 1,000 campaign cards on the way because I stopped and met people on the way down. I met people in Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North and South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, obviously.
That's incredible, man. You know, you got a big heart, and I love you. I'm impressed by you. I'm in awe of you and your drive. And I hope everybody goes to your website. And you know, the thing is the way politics works. We want you to give, but just even $1 gets him closer to getting his voice heard.
Well, you know what I need to get on stage? I need 40,000 donors. Even if it's $1 or $5, I need 40,000 individual donors to get on stage for the debate. That's all I need. Right.
And we are you. I should let everybody know that Albert has been in touch with our PR firm for the association, and we are going to start a national campaign with him to get his name out there. But anyone listening to this, you know, it doesn't take a lot, $1, $2, $5, make a donation at his website. And, you know, this man, you know, his platform is your platform. He supports truckers, and we need guys like him in Washington. So, yeah, go ahead, Albert. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I also have on my platform. I have educational reform, total reform. I also have shrinking of the government. I also have border security, turning the border into a base. I want to invoke the Espionage Act to go after cartels as an enemy army absent uniform. That gives me full broad powers. We doesn't violate comitatus because we already have civil war, and we're exacting the same thing because they produce slavery, indentured servitude, homicide, murders, and everything else that goes with it, along with the fentanyl. And they've killed enough people through their actions to equal wartime losses. So in essence, they have declared war. It's upon the government to defend the United States and its people in order to have the preamble rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And while that's being destroyed, it's the government's duty and obligation to protect the people.
That's definitely true, Albert, and I appreciate that. If anybody has any questions for Albert, please put them out there. In the meantime, Albert, can you hang in there, or do you have to go?
I got a few minutes.
Okay, just hold on, please. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Dan. Dan, are you back? I guess Dan's not back yet.
I'm back, Mike.
Say something, brother. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay.
Hold on, Dan. Go ahead, Jamie.
I want to go back to Mr. Harshaw now.
Hold up.
I want to put this in perspective. There's 40,000 people in our group, man. It ain't about the money, but if you can send him 1 mile, if we can all just send him 1 mile, it might put him ahead 1,000 miles. You know what I mean? Just 40,000 of us, if every one of us send him $1, he lands on that stage. He's got a platform. He's got a voice. He's got a chance. So let's all.
You know what, Jamie? You just made a very good point. The amount of people that we have in this group gets him on the stage. It gets him on the stage. We got almost 40,000 people in this group alone, not to mention the other groups and the other platforms. We're on LinkedIn. We got another Facebook group. We just started another page today. We're on Twitter. You know, with all the people that follow this message, if everyone just donated $1, that gets them on the stage. Jamie just made a very good point, and I appreciate that, Jamie. Albert, you want to respond?
I didn't hear her.
Jamie said, we got 40,000 people in this group, and if one person made a contribution of $1 to your campaign, that gets you on the stage.
Absolutely 100% correct.
Okay, Albert, I got a couple of questions here for you. Someone asked, what's your upcoming schedule, Albert? Where are you going to be? They want to know.
All right. Well, we're in the middle of setting up a huge rally here in New Jersey for truckers, vaccine injured, MAGA mission, America First. We're going to set up a massive rally here in northern New Jersey. And then after that, I still want to head west towards Michigan, and I still want to hit those states because that's important to me. And I also want to hit south and towards Texas again. So those are my next 3 events.
Okay. All righty. Albert, please send us the link where we can send you money to put you on the stage.
Yes, it's albertharshaw4president.com. Use the number 4 in that.
Albert, aren't you a member of our Facebook group, Albert?
Send me the link and I'll double check. I'm not sure.
All right. We need to get something together to get that pinned to the top of the Facebook group. Somebody wants to know, are you coming to Nevada?
Yeah, I would love to. Absolutely. I want to hit every state.
Okay, the questions are coming in really fast now. Hold on 1 second.
Get me the money and I'll show up to every state.
I got you, bro.
And the reason I drive those certain distances is because I spent a long time out of this country and I've seen a lot of sites in this world. I've been to 120 countries. I've lived in a handful of them, you know, and I really didn't get to see America that much. So I actually like to drive through states. This way I get to see things. And that's just me.
Justin and Sam, I'm sorry. Albert was a surprise special guest. If you could just hang in there, brother, I'd appreciate it. The both of you, I love you. One more, Albert here. Mike, do text me the link for Albert. Thanks. Albert, I got a lot of people wanting to give you money, brother. Albert, I got a question for you. Are you a military veteran, sir?
Yes, I am. I served in the 90s and the 2000s. I did Bosnia, Slovenia, Croatia, and I did Cuba, Kuwait, and Iraq.
You were stationed in Cuba?
Yes, Guantanamo Bay at the beginning of the terrorist war.
Wow. Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Fun story. There's a tradition in Cuba for visiting units, right? And we get to do our contest, and the winner gets to do a ceiling tile that goes up in the officers club. And I got to do our. I won our contest for my unit, and I got to do the painting that goes up on the ceiling tile in the officers club. So as far as I know, that tile's still there.
Wow. I got a lot of questions here. What's the new page? Honestly, it's so new, it just went out of my head. Something truckers. I posted it in, what is it, Jamie?
Is that the one, truckerdown.org?
No, that's Justin's people. It is right here. It is. Oh man, I'm the worst. Defend America's Truckers. Defend America's Truckers. Here we go. Boom. Albert Hershaw for the number 4 president.com. Albert Hershaw for the number 4 president.com. Please, 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 please. Forget about NOAA. Forget about all this other stuff. If you got $1 available, please go there and just make a donation so Albert could get around the country and get on the stage and represent for truckers in Washington. Go ahead.
Also, I just sent you in text. You could post it up wherever you're at and which site you're at. I just sent you the rough original picture that won the contest in Cuba.
Okay, I'm gonna actually
let everybody see that.
Actually, you're on my phone, Albert, so I can't look at it right now, but I will definitely check it out.
No, you click on it, hit share, and it tells you where you want to share it, and you can share it in X and then post it in your bubble thread.
Will do, brother. Hold on one second. Justin, anything you want to add, brother?
No, that's pretty much it, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing, you're the voice for a lot of people. We'll keep, doing what we do. Me and Sam. I mean, Sam's working 6-7 days a week, helping all the members in NOOA make sure that they have all the tools and resources that they need to run a successful trucking company, and that's the main point. That's the main thing of all this is everyone to be successful and live the life that we all deserve. So we'll keep on doing.
And absolutely. And as far as dedication goes, when I wrote something for the owner operator truckers, right? I spent like a half a week pulling over 10,000 pages of law, and I was able to find carve-outs that existed to help them. And so far, to my knowledge, I'm told it's been accepted as is. So hopefully that gets voted on. And we're in the middle of rewriting and updating the Motor Carrier Act and everything else to make it more modern and effective for you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, what more do you want? He's not running for Senate. He's not running for Congress. He's running for president. So
I want to put something out there.
Go ahead.
I've been talking to a lot of people in back channels about this, and they agree I should put this out. And I've been pondering on how to do it, but I'm just going to say it. All right, I've already fought and won a battle with China financially, because I used to do an online gaming forum, and a lot of us military play it, a lot of us veterans, right, and a lot of veterans from other countries as well. And the company used to belong to a San Francisco company, and they ended up selling it to a China country. No big deal initially, but then they started doing various things. We found out that the packages were like $1 there. We're paying for $100, and we don't know where the money's going. So we started a refund war, and with that, it got so bad because we found out that there were CCP controls. So we did a full-on refund war. And we ended up getting politicians in America and 28 other countries around the world involved, and we crushed them. We forced Google Pay and Apple Pay in Europe, America, Asia, and South America to alter the terms and conditions. which about 4 or 5 years ago, if you notice, there was a change from refunds going back from a year, no matter what service you use, to the last 3 months. But we forced China to pay out millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars around the world to people. We won that war. And the other thing we did, we used to help veterans get medical benefits for the game, for mental health. And we know for a fact we saved 5 lives from, instead of committing suicide, because we were able to get them on there, because it gave them a sense of unit cohesion and camaraderie, because they're playing with other military people. And it saved their lives, and they were able to get medical benefits for that as well. So we helped veterans out just on that. And once that went like wildfire. And then when Australia had their wildfires, we had people that were on our teams, because we're, international teams, units. We were able to raise funds in tens of millions for them for relief as well. Because we were a community, and so I've won my battles against China. So and I know how to destroy China, and you do it through the financial institutions. You can cripple them, and we brought them to their knees.
Hey Albert, someone just posted, I just sent my donation. So you do have donations coming in. Sir, I'm not going to mention your name because I don't know if you want that out there, but thank you very much for your donation, and thank you for supporting the cause. That's what we need to see. It doesn't matter, man. $1, $2, $100, whatever you can. Support it. The man supports you. The man, I know for a fact with my own eyes, my people have walked into places and used his work to get things across for truckers. He knows what he's doing. He's a champion for truckers. So far, I've met a lot of people in Washington, a lot of people trying to get to Washington. Right now, Albert is out there. He's the one that's getting the closest. He's the one that's doing the most for truckers right now, from what I could see. So make a donation at his website. I'm going to put it back on the screen.
Yep.
There it goes.
All right. The reason I'm so effective with writing the law and rewriting these packages and things like that, I'm not a lawyer, but I spent years in law study as well. I had to learn business law, international business law. I had learned intellectual property law, art law, and I had to get certified in maritime law in order to run the port in Kuwait for maritime. So, I know where the cost goes. $1.5 million a day just for a ship at anchor. It's $40,000 a container. It jumps to $3 million well at port. So times is the essence. I know how to make things more expeditious for ports. Because the way they do it over there, everybody's lined up. So, part of the reform is access to the dock jobs as well. Obviously at prevailing wages, because we need to be able to get those containers out, unloaded, and gone, make room for the next thing, and drive down costs so that the ships can get back out. Because the least amount of time they're up here, the less it costs.
Gotcha.
And the longer they sit at anchor, the more it costs. The idea is to get them empty.
Gotcha.
So, and that gets the truckers moving, and that gets more ladens for you guys.
That donation was made by Mr. Tim Wilkinson. He sent me a text and he said it's okay to use his name. Thank you, Tim. You're a great American, and you are definitely a supporter of the cause. We need more like you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Albert says thank you as well. Dan, thank you. I know you were having some technical issues. Albert, can you hang in there 1 second? Dan, go ahead, brother. I know you had a thought before you had to deal with an issue. Go ahead. You got the floor. And by the way, Dan, Albert Hershaw, presidential candidate of the United States, is on with us. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've been listening for sure. What I wanted to mention was, you never, there's companies out there that you can go to right away. Mike, you know them best, Progressive, right? But when I just want people to understand, if you guys want the best rates that are out there, some of the trucking companies that we work with, it can take 2 or 3 weeks sometimes, not all the time. Most of the time it's much quicker, but there's better rates out there if you give us time, right? There's markets out there if you give us time. If we don't have them, we'll find them. I mean, currently we have, I'm looking at it right now, we have about 76 different markets that we write with, you know, all doing something different. You know, it's the difference. It's the difference between an $18,000 policy and a $13,000 or an $11,000 policy. It's very important to know that, you know, when we're underwriting, at least my agency, NOAA's agency, right? We're trying to get you the very lowest. And although sometimes it can be easy within a day, sometimes same day, you know, a lot of times if you guys notify us ahead of time, we're going to get you much better rates. If you guys give us time, we're going to get you much better rates. And for the president-elect, you know, it's just another battle that needs to be won. And
he's got a question directed towards you, Albert. Go ahead, Dan.
Yep.
I was listening.
Yep. What I was going to say, I mean, I know we got a ton ahead of us, you know, a ton ahead of us to fight for and make better. But, you know, insurance, I mean, the states essentially are the ones that approve the rates, you know, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't even know where to go other than department, you know, the different state departments of insurance and things like that. But that's just another battle that we have ahead of us, you know. But the biggest thing, guys, you know, what's that?
So what I'm going to do, there's two things we're going to do. One, we're going to divorce globally from all those entities that are trying to destroy us, like WEF, World Health Organization. We're going to divorce from all that. And under the WEF, one of the things they're doing, there's a Council of 24 dictating to the insurance companies in America with companies, and it's in their own sentence, it's in their own paragraph, because I have it on record, that they're under the ESG scoring guidelines, right? Because they want everybody to be green energy, right? So now the insurance carriers have to carry more in liquidity, right? From, say, like one insurance carrier is going from 5 million to 15 million to hold, right? So now your insurance costs are going up because of that. And then, like, for instance, there's a guy in California, chimney sweep, 18 years, no claims, $800 a year, no problem. That's his insurance. Well, he just got a renewal with the new ESG guideline for $8,500, right? So we're going to strip ourselves. We're going to have a global divorce, and we're going to worry about ourselves. We're going to fix ourselves. We're going to make, build, grow everything. We're going to do farming back on track as strategic food security, because it is. We can argue energy policy, but we can't if we're looking for food. So it's a priority as well.
Right.
And we're going to get insurance policies so that they're not stuck within state borders. They should be competitive. Even with the health insurance, they should be competitive. They shouldn't be locked in and held prisoner, and we shouldn't be held prisoner to that, no matter what. So we're going to help you lower those prices as well. Because I've lived it. I run my own business. I deal with vehicle insurance. I deal with business insurance. I deal with catastrophic insurance and I use NOOA as my high risk insurance, right? So I know about this insurance stuff, and it's horrible what they're doing to us. And it's just another warfare front that they're trying to destroy America with. And I don't believe that they should be worrying about a company 10 to 15 years from now. They should be worrying about us guys here now today.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Albert, I'm sorry, this show's running. We're in the second hour, but question. We got some heavy hitter questions here. Before we get to that one, on the insurance issue, you and I were talking, I believe it was yesterday, about foreign carriers and brokers having insurance policies in the United States. What is your view on that? Or maybe you could enlighten the listeners. Under the
law, as long as they form a separate nexus here in the United States so that they can operate, they can get insurance. Under my guidelines, that would not be allowed because they've been raping you guys. They've been lying from you guys. And we have some interlopers here in our own country. There's a group in down south. There's like a ring of like 6 of them that have been destroying the brokerage industry as well, and robbing people. And they've been under federal investigation indictments for a while as well. So I want to make foreign companies and foreign IPs non-insurable. American companies should have first right, and I think brokers should be able to have competitions or zonal and I want to make it where brokers make money. But instead of having many brokers, it would be fewer brokers, meaning that as many American companies as possible, but no foreign companies. And then this way they're making the pad, and I want to make their pad under the same guidelines, not the same amount, but the same guidelines as the way the insurance industry works. This way, no matter what the latent is, and no matter what the congruence is of all their additives, that they know they're getting 21%, right? Because that's the lowest they can make without losing money and still make money. But they're going to make a hell of a lot more money in volume because there won't be any foreign interlopers.
Dan, response?
So my question is how people are going to, there's still going to be those scam people out there. They're still going to be in there. How are we going to weed those out? How are we going to keep those out?
Because you're going to have your own commission, right? And we're going to set the number. You're going to have your own commission with the full force of law and regulatory committee powers, right? And you're going to have the ability to swear in enforcement, just like the cattle ranchers do, right? And then you have the ability to go in, raid, stop, and do all those things.
Right. He's referring to the SRO that he proposed, Dan, the self-regulatory organization, which is made up of a board of industry stakeholders, trucking companies, owner operators, insurance companies, stuff like that.
Gotcha. Right there. Okay.
Albert, I got a watcher, someone who's watching his question. It's a heavy one, but Blake Alvarez is a heavy hitter. Very, very, very smart. Here's the question. What does Albert think of the Motor Carrier Safety Selection Standard Act of 2023 by Crapo and Fisher? It's an amendment to Appendix B, Part 385 of Title 49. I'm concerned they're dropping conditional. I believe she is talking about the new bill that was introduced, S.2426, which in my opinion just basically turns Carrier 411 into a division of the government, which basically makes Carrier 411 paid. It's basically turns it into a government agency. What is that? What do you think about that, Bill?
Well, I'd like to answer that. I can't qualify that because it's the first time I'm hearing about that particular. If you DM me the name of the act, I'll read it and I'll answer you back. I don't have a problem doing that. In fact, I want to do that. So I reserve an answer for later until I actually read it.
I know you Albert, you're supporting truckers. They're coming at us. It's like when the Indians surround a the settlers, man. They're just surrounding us with all types of things, man. And
no, that's okay.
It's coming from every direction, brother. So no, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot.
But listen, it's okay. Okay, there's a lot of things I know, and one of the things I've learned going on in this campaign, right? There's going to be questions I just don't know the answer to, and I'd rather say I don't know and then do the homework and come back with an answer later that's qualified, right? I don't like lying about something I don't know. I'd rather say I don't know and then do homework and then learn it.
Right. Blake Alvarez is exactly right. When they submitted this bill, we were working on the other issue with the bankruptcy of Surge and Yellow. So while we were working on that, they snuck this bill in, and we didn't really get a chance to talk about it, but we're on top of it. NOAA is on top of it, and our people down in Washington are on top of it, but we will talk about it. So Blake, we'll definitely get an answer for you on that one. Albert's the type of guy where he works on something in full and then, says, here, look, this is what I have. And he takes his time and he does his research and before he opens his mouth. So we're working on that one. And Blake, to give you a little bit of information on that bill right now is stalled. It has no support. We've gotten constituents in both of those senator states to contact them feverishly, and let them know that they do not support that bill. And yeah. I see.
But do me a favor. No matter what, text me the name of that bill because I do want to find it and read it.
We'll do, Albert. We'll definitely talk about that one. I got a bunch of statements and questions here. Albert, the donations are coming in. I just see people saying, I just made a donation. Keep the donations coming. I just made a donation. So the donations are coming in. Good is crappy. Good is crappy. Yeah, I guess I kind of agree with that one. We got
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, well, Blake posted that one, and I guess we'll get the definition of that one, but I like it. Let's see, what else do we got here?
You know what else we're fighting? Too. All right, and nothing against Trump or nothing, and I'm not going to say anything negative against anyone at this junction, right? But what I am going to say is this: for a long time, we've been voting in career politicians and lawyers and rich people and all this other stuff, and yet they all profess to know our life, and none of them know our life. Look, there's a lot of owner operators here. I own my own business too, right? And when I first started out, it was bloody hard, right? I mean, when I started out, I had to buy milk, bread, eggs, and flour and make my own spaghetti, make my own bread, make my own desserts, and do all that. And I was fortunate to be able, because I used to work in restaurants, so, right? No big deal there. But then, because you're pouring your time and your money into growing your business like a family member, right? And so there's days in those beginning days, right, when you skip a meal because you want to save money for that better birthday or Christmas gift for your kid and wife and stuff like that. They will never know those heartaches. They never will. All right, these are heartaches we know because we live underneath the policies that make our life so much harder, and they put up all these barriers. So I'm running because I want us to have that chance to say we the people know what we need and what works and doesn't work, and let's make it work for us people, us everyday folks, us working folks, so that we have a chance at the American dream and not be destroyed and not be huddled and put to knee, right? Because that's not us. We stand up and we're prideful, and we should be because we've earned that. We've gone through the crucible of hell, right? So
Amen,
unless they've
Albert.
done that, we shouldn't be voting people in unless they've been through that.
Amen, Albert. You're exactly right. Unless they've walked a mile in our shoes, we shouldn't be putting them in office. And I agree with that 100%. Blake says she meant to say the bill is crappy. And yes, it is stalled right now. And I can tell you this, Crapo's not answering you, and he's not answering a lot of people. We've been getting the same report back, and I'm sure he regrets ever co-signing that bill. Co-sponsoring that bill. Time to get back to our roots. Jamie, go ahead with your question for Mr. Harshaw.
Yes, sir. First, let me say about Miss Blake, man. Miss Blake is a monster in her own. She is close to us. She is actually helping me on this, collecting the data and working with carriers to see. To start the data trail to be able to do some things. We've asked new carriers and older carriers to sign up and come in and work with us so we can start putting together documentation of what's actually going on in the market and be able to build an accurate picture to present at a later date to the manipulation and price fixing and collusion. So anybody wants to participate in that, y'all can reach out to me and I'll send you to Miss Blake. Blake is awesome. She's incredibly intelligent, and she's agreed to help us. So she's working closely with us at the association. Mr. Hershaw, I wanted to ask you a question. I have been the last few days since TIA come out with this rate intrusion. I actually sat down and I've been going round and round with some people, but I've been kind of doing some soul searching in that as well. We're fighting organizations, associations, and groups, corporations that are deeply entrenched. I'm talking about decades and billions of dollars, decades upon decades. And these old guys are setting up in there, and they're going to be hard to fight. But I've been thinking about maybe we need to explore another option, and that's going to the shippers or getting some kind of legislation in that shoots a curve around the brokers completely, the TIA completely, and say, okay, well, we're going to set up a database, and as a shipper, you need to report what you're paying on these lanes, and as a carrier, you need to report what you're making on these lanes, and then that way we take back control of the data. That's something I've been thinking about.
Yeah,
I don't know what it would
that
take to
comes
get
with the
that done.
transparency.
Hold on, Jamie. Go ahead,
Go ahead.
Albert.
No, I didn't mean to cut him off. I was just saying that comes under the transparency portion that we're trying to get installed. This way, because in my world, us contractors, we know what the different supply houses are charging, and so do the customers, right? Because it's transparent. Everybody knows, right? And everyone knows what the fuel costs are as well, right? So the only variation from contractor to contractor is our overhead, because no two overheads are the same. You know, everyone has different insurance rates and different bill rates and things like that, right? So we bid on those jobs based on that, as well as what the materials are, right? So in essence, you guys do the same thing, except they're screwing you on the fuel costs and the lay-ins, and you don't know what the shipper's doing, and the brokers are hiding it. So with the transparency, the shipper puts it to a board. The gas industry, the gas station, by 10 o'clock, they always shift gas prices. You've seen it happen. If you've been at a gas station, you'll see a change right there, right? Sometimes higher, sometimes lower, but they have it all done by 9 a.m., right? It goes on the computer and they do it global, right? So part of the transparency is getting tied in with them. So the today rate goes from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's a 24-hour period, right? You know what the fuel rate is for that day. And that's part of the transparency as well. This way everybody can properly price and bid. Because why? Because say diesel's $5.55, why should you get paid $1.25 for a mile? That's asinine.
Exactly.
You know, if it's $5.25 a gallon, then that should be part of the rate. It shouldn't be less.
And a lot of times, Albert, the shippers include the fuel surcharge when they do these deals with these brokers, and the brokers basically keep it. Justin, I know there's some questions about some of the programs that we offer at the association. You know, I find it funny that you people wait until like 7 o'clock in the morning to ask questions about the association and what we do. And you know, what this costs, what that costs, how this works and how that works. The guy who created these programs is right here. So if you have questions about any of these programs, we're about to shut the show down. We've been on for 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. We were only scheduled for an hour. So if you got questions about the association and the many programs we offer, the guy who created them is right here with one of his sales reps. Joseph, anything you want to say to Mr. Harshaw?
No, pretty much everyone is like cover everything I was trying to ask him, in like nothing.
I'm with you. I like hearing him speak. Okay, so here comes the bill. All right, that's a lot to put on the screen. He needs to take this bill and read it. I'm gonna get it to him. Hold on one second.
Just send it to my DM. I'll see it.
Yeah, there's only one reason for being against broker transparency, and that is they are making 3 to 4 times what the carrier is making. The carrier holds all the risk on the road and maintenance on the equipment, etc. The broker has nothing more than an electric bill and maybe a phone or internet bill. This is bullshit, and they know it. I guess that was directed towards you, Albert. A member wants to let you know how he feels about that bill, about what's going on with transparency. Because, Albert, it's already a rule. They're just not enforcing it. We have transparency. There's just no enforcement of it. So that's the problem.
You need modern technological transparency that actually works and functions. And you need a body, an enforcement body, which would be the commission, the SRO, to have the power to have a law behind them.
Go ahead, Albert.
I said two things. One, you need to modernize the bill for transparency so it reflects today's day and age. So it needs to be technologically present and modern. And you also need the SRO with legal authority and full force of law behind it in order to act for mutual benefit.
I agree.
And keep everyone in the tow.
I agree. And you need an SRO, a self-regulatory organization, because quite frankly, you can't trust that the FMCSA is going to enforce the rules. So it is better for us to have an SRO because I personally, even if they did say, yeah, we're going to enforce transparency, are they really? Are they really? Can we trust that the FMCSA is actually going to enforce a rule against a freight broker? They haven't enforced one rule against a freight broker in 43 years. So how can we trust that they're going to do that now? No, we do need an SRO. And there is a there's statutes for it. SROs are being used right now in the financial industry. FINRA regulates stockbrokers. It's been like that for 40 years. And it works. They work in tandem with the federal government. They are the first line of defense when it comes to stockbrokers breaking rules on Wall Street. And if FINRA feels that these stockbrokers need more punishment than what they can do, they will recommend that person for additional charges and fines to the Department of Justice. And that's exactly what we need to do. We need to have our own regulatory body that regulates our own members, that is funded by us, and take all of the power away from the federal government. And that's going to accomplish a lot of things, by the way. Right. And Albert, I just want to say one thing. That's going to accomplish a lot of things. What that's going to do is, what you're going to notice is, the problems that are causing the government to drop all these rules and regulations on you, like ELDs, speed limiters, all of these rules, you're going to see that stop because we're going to regulate ourselves. We're going to make sure that our trucks are in the safe condition to operate. We're going to make sure that that we're not driving over hours. And if someone is, there's going to be a punishment for that. And we're going to deal with our own members.
So what I wanted to add to that is one of the things I'm wanting to include is for the commission to have the power to deputize, similar to the Cattlemen's Association. So this way you can have initial response against carriers, brokers, and shippers that violate the law or the rules or cause a problem or cause a danger. And also this way, because you're also involved with anti-child trafficking, you have immediate response capability as well. You know, because these are things, unfortunately, in this day and age, until I can get in there and stop them cold dead in their tracks, you know, you have to be armed with all the tools, of course, the law, to be able to self-regulate and interdict if necessary.
Absolutely. Jamie, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I wanted to run one more thing by Mr. Hershaw and you. I don't know if you probably hadn't followed it, but I'm going to tell you what the deal is. Freightways, which is the liberal rag of the trucking industry, MSN basically, so you know how that goes, had just come out and said that these Mexican trucks, Mexican carriers, a lot of them have not been audited, hadn't been through their entry audit or none of that. They're way behind on the Mexican trucks, but I promise you, if you get an authority here in the United States of America, you know what, if you're an American carrier, they're going to be on your door bright and early on the day you're supposed to be audited to run through you with a fine-tooth comb. I don't know if you've heard any of that, but what do you think about that, Mr. Hershaw?
Yeah, they're going to be right at my door with a what?
He's talking about the Mexican carriers. There was an article that came out in Freightwaves. By the way, Freightwaves officially blackballed the National Owner Operators Association today. They put our PR firm on a blacklist. He said that Freightwaves put out an article that the FMCSA is way behind on auditing foreign carriers like Mexican carriers and Canadian carriers. He said that they are way behind on auditing those carriers? And if you were to have power, what would you do about that?
If they have the responsibility to go after and regulate and make sure, and if they're not doing it, and if the issue is that they don't have enough manpower, fine, we'll help them get manpower. If it's being irresponsible, we'll find someone else to give authority to do that. Because I also want to modernize the checkpoints, at the country borders and also on the roadways. I want to be able to do the X-ray and infrared. Make sure there's no fentanyl and no drugs and no mystery cargo, and also make sure there's no human trafficking going on at the same time. So I want to do that, and then two, I want to create a system where it's more organic. So this way, the cops know if the truck didn't stop out on the roadside at a weigh station, they can automatically get pulled over. Because chances are, most of you guys who are illegal, you do the weigh station. The guys doing nefarious duties are not, and they're going to skip it and try and get away with it. And those are the guys we need to capture.
Right. Any other questions for Mr. Hershaw? I don't see any right now. I'm going to put that website, Albert Harshaw 4, the number 4, president.com. Please go there, make a donation to his campaign. He is running for president of the United States. He needs your support. He is a vicious advocate for truckers. And this is the type of person we need to be getting elected into office. Go ahead, Albert.
Yeah, I just want to say a couple things. If you do go to my website, go over to the news section, and then go read the campaign speech, and then there's I wrote that myself, so I poured my heart and soul into it. So watch it, read it, read it. It's a little bit long, but it's more or less the framework for the country, how I see it and how I feel about it. I love my country, and I love you guys for doing this fun, helping to do with the fundraising, help me get on stage. That's just amazing and a beautiful thing. And we're all Americans when we go to sleep and when we wake up. So we need to fight for each other, and I think we the people need a real win for a change. And there was a similar fight in the 1870s, but I think we're ripe and proper for a win, and it can be done. So let's get out there, do it, donate. I love your donations. From the bottom of my heart, and it means a whole hell of a lot. It does. So this is amazing. It's beautiful, and I am in the fight, and I'll fight for you every damn day. I fought for a long time for my family and for my country. Whether I was a firefighter, a military guy, or trying to make a living for my wife and kids. And I'll fight for you every damn day.
And we appreciate you, Albert. Thank you for coming on the show, and I want to let everybody know that you are going to be a regular guest on the show, and we are going to circulate this on Google, through MAGA Mission, on Twitter, on YouTube, and in all of our Facebook groups. And also, you spoke to our PR firm today. We're going to hand it off to them, and they're going to distribute it as well. So you should see a lot more donations and interest in your campaign in the next couple of days. And I really do appreciate you coming on. And please, you got an open invitation. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know, and you're on, sir.
Awesome, beautiful. I appreciate that. And again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you everybody for the campaign donations, and let everybody know, get more, because once I get that 40,000 people, man, we're off and running. And you know what? I understand that we're in a football game and it's 12 to 27, and they say that the greatest generation was World War II. But I tell you, the greatest generation is the team that comes from 12 to 28 and wins at 37 to 28. So, and we have that. That's us. I know that's for a fact. We're prime. We can do this. So let's do it.
Thank you, Albert. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night to you and one and all. God bless America. God bless you.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the type of stuff we've been working on behind the scenes, trying to find people that we can get elected into office in Washington. I can tell you right now that the person you just spoke to, if he does not become president of the United States, he will be Secretary of Transportation or head of the FMCSA or something very soon. So just be on the lookout for Albert Hershaw. And if I were you, I would be donating to his campaign, because that man right there is a pit bull for truckers. Albert Hershaw for president.com. Justin,
What's up, champ?
any thoughts, sir?
No, I mean, you're connecting with all the powerful people with the voice. You know, not a lot of people, like to get on camera. Not a lot of people like to public speak and fight for other people. You know, there's one thing, running your own life and family and business is hard enough, and you're doing that plus speaking for everybody else. So, it's noticed. You're doing the right thing, and we'll keep on trucking along.
Appreciate you, Justin. Justin, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, where could they reach you? How could they reach you?
Yeah, they can give our number a call. I'll put it in the comments right now. Or actually, I don't know why I can't comment on it, but Truckers Affiliate Program's number is 678-573-4477. But
you have to make the comment in where it's being streamed. So right now it's being streamed in the Facebook group. So you have to be logged into the Facebook group. You make the comment in there, and then I can post it in here. So just to let everybody know, maybe everybody didn't know that. Yeah, I can, if you make a comment in the Facebook group where you're watching this, I then transfer it over to here. So
understood.
Shane just made a comment, and there you go. That's Shane's comment. That's how this works.
I've known Shane for 5 years. He was one of the first affiliates that we brought on into our program. He's dispatched for many of our clients and owner operators. He does a phenomenal job. He actually has a dispatching course where he offers all of his knowledge. He's been in the industry for 15 plus years. So Shane's definitely, I recommend him to a lot of people.
Yes, Shane and I talk frequently. He has already been a guest on the show. He's called in. I want to get him face to face in here. Everyone who doesn't know Shane, I want to make sure everyone gets to know Shane. Let's see what else we have here. What's going on, guys? That's the thing with doing a show like this. People just drop in, and I want to shut it down, but people keep dropping in. But we've been on for 2.5 hours. Who else is here? Dan, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, bud. Yep.
Dan, anything else you want to add for any comments on what Albert Hershaw said? Anything you want to add as far as insurance is concerned, the association, anything?
Yep. No. Yep. So no, basically just to finish off what I was saying, man, there's a method to my madness, and the reason why I'm able to help so many people with their insurance. I don't just take the first thing that comes along, and sometimes, if people have the time, then I can go a little bit further, and help them out even more. But it's just I mean, you guys know how it works. You need something now, but giving us time to really do the research and do our due diligence, was really key to it, to finding you guys the best options. So, but Mr. Hershaw there, I mean, that's powerful. That's awesome. I mean, if he needs, I didn't get to say it, to him, but if he needs office space in Nevada when he comes out, there's office space for him. There's office space for NOOA, we're there for him. We're there for everybody. So
I appreciate you, Dan. Thank you. And I'm sure Mr. Hershaw is still listening. Justin says good night, everyone. I'm gonna do a
Thank you,
couple
Mike.
of plugs here. Not you, Justin. There's another Justin here. Don't try to escape. I see you trying to get away. Joseph, I'm coming back to you, brother. Any last thoughts?
No, after I'm listening to everyone is like we are going to the right direction, and then I'm sure we're gonna dominate this things, and then we were gonna make the change.
Joseph, I have a question here for you. What kind of truck are you in now, and what kind of trucks do you have available?
I'm in right now is like in my Peterbilt 579, and then I have right now a Kenworth 2016 T680, and then probably it's another Freightliner, but we're still waiting. Not yet.
Okay.
Not sure yet. Yeah.
Okay. I got a question. I want a 2007 Volvo 760, I believe. Oh, 780. Can you get me that?
I can get you that one, but
It's got to be green. It's got to be green, though. It's got to be green.
Yeah.
Can you get me a green?
I mean, it's depending on the availability. If it's available, yeah. But there's the one thing is if it's a 2007, if it's a high mileage, most of the banks is not gonna be financed. That's the problem. They do not want it to see is like, oh well, it's because what they thinking about it, the bank, okay, this is 2007 and it has like a high mileage on it. It's probably it has like a what? Let's say if it's 800, they're gonna be like, oh well, it's probably has like another 200,000 mile and it's gonna be done. And then after that, they scare if the like let's say the engine is blowing or something major, it's like it's a breakdown on him, and then the owner will give up on it and they gonna have to repossess it. It's the worst things for the banks to deal with it. It's repossessing. That's why it is good to talk to the bank. If you cannot make that payment, it's one or two payments. They do not want to do the repossessing because it's too much paper, too much things they deal with them to get that truck. So that's
let me
the
ask
things.
you.
It's like them.
I used to deal with this guy, right? Yeah, exactly. I used to deal with this guy down in Louisiana. This guy's name was Mike, and he'd get you any truck you're looking for. And if he can't find it from a dealer, he'll find it from a guy on the street. I know a guy who's got a green 2007 Volvo 780. This schmuck lives in Utah, and I've been watching this truck for a long time. Can you go out to him and make him a deal for that truck and buy it and then lease it to me?
I mean, yeah, if it's available, and then if they the bank gets accepting it, yeah, it's easy to get it. It's so easy to get that any truck. It's to have it. But like I said, it's like it depending on the mileage. Unless we go outside of the banks, some financial outside they will accept it, but you will see the interest is really high. They will hit you with the interest, or some financial they not gonna do an interest. They will just tell us like, okay, if it's at 30,000, they're gonna be like, okay, after 5 years you're gonna pay us like 60,000 or 70,000, because they not they know you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna make an extra payment on the principal, and like you're gonna pay it off early.
He's
So
saying
that's what they're gonna.
he's listening. So that deal is blown, but in any case, his truck is white, so I don't want it anyway. Uh, he was listening, Joseph. The deal is blown. And then also, you know, it's going to be an insurance issue. I know it's a lot of business, because when you're dealing with those older trucks, the first one that's going to break your heart is the insurance company. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, oh, the truck's too old. You know, we don't want to insure it, or whatever the case may be. But I appreciate it, brother. And it's good to know that if
No
someone
problem.
did have a truck that they was looking for a specific truck, you can get it. So everyone, you know, if you're looking to lease a truck at a reasonable rate, Joseph handles that for the National Owner Operators Association. You can get in touch with him by becoming a member and going on the website and clicking equipment, leasing and finance, and you'll be in touch with Joseph. Jamie, any parting words, brother?
Yes, sir. I got some. You know, I always got something to say. Uh, you know, I want to paint a picture for our people, man. I mean, I want to say this first, man. I really got a kick out of Freightways blackballing us. I didn't know they wasn't blackballing us from the start. I mean, hell, they ain't like they've give us any coverage, or you know, other than derogatory comments. But you know what? We don't need Freightways. We got our own now. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna grow. So to hell with Freightways. They can take their desk riding ass and sit behind it and spew the filth and the lies, and promote the TIA and the ATA and all their trash. They're not going nowhere. Um, that's the way I feel about it. I mean, yeah. But yeah, man, I want to paint a picture here for our people listening, people that's going to listen. Uh, the importance of the people, man. You know, there's 40,000 of us here. Albert Harshaw, he's done agreed to take our fight to Washington now. So just imagine this. Here's the picture. He's on that stage. He gets his 40,000 donations, $40,000. So, which is the more important thing is the names that he can put up there to get on that stage. He gets on that stage and he goes off into the transportation industry and correcting it. He's going to lose. He's gonna get in the crosshairs of the same people we're in the crosshairs of the big corporations, the megas. But when the people hear what he's trying to do, there's 3.5 million truckers in the United States of America. You know, so how many family members do they have that's looking to be truckers or looking to be in the transportation field? We're talking millions and millions and millions of people that he'll gain support from right there. But our message will get out. That's the power of the people, man. Just like we tell y'all all the time, you know, we need you to become a member of NOAA. There's strength in numbers. You know, the more numbers we got, the further our voice goes. You know, we're out here screaming and hollering, and jumping up and down and pointing fingers, addressing people, not just putting subjects out there. We're addressing people and organizations. We don't have the kid gloves on that all these other places got on. We're pointing fingers and saying names. You know what I mean? We're not going at it half-assed. You know, if this is what you are, we're putting you out there. That's important. But like I said, just the power of the numbers. The more number he's got supporting him, the further his voice resonates. Just like us, you know, we can get up here and do this all day long, but everyone that joins the association empowers our voice even more. You know, and that's where we got to go with this and where we're headed, and it's working. I mean, think about it, man. We got these people blackballing us. That's the biggest mainstream media in trucking. You know, they're blackballing us. Why? Because we're telling the truth and they don't like what we're telling. So you know, that shows we're over the target right there. But man, I want all of y'all to be safe out there. I'm still driving. It's gotten dark on me. I got 96 more miles to go to get to my destination. I'll be shutting down, delivering in the morning, and looking for that next load, man. Trying to keep them going broke out here. But I appreciate y'all, man. The support is awesome, man. Every time y'all send a good message or reach out to me, y'all just embolden me more. I mean, I'm not holding back anyways, but the more people that we have supporting us, the further we're going to go. So it's important. I appreciate you, Mike. Thank you, brother.
Hey, man. Thank you. If you got to log off, it's cool. I know it's dark and you driving. We're about to shut it down anyway. I just want to go around the room and let everybody get their last words. Sam, I don't know if you're still there.
Free, so.
I got you, brother. Sam, I don't know if you're there still. If you got any last parting words. Justin, is Sam still there or he bounced?
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, appreciate you guys having us on again for sure. I know that Justin commented my number in the comments too, so feel free to reach out to me. Look forward to speaking with you guys, and thanks for everything that everybody's doing.
You got it. Hey, everybody out there that's listening, if you got a question about the association or any of the services that we offer, please reach out to Sam. I do not know everything about all of these services. Justin and Sam are the ones that know everything about these services. You have to reach out to Sam. Just click the box on the flyer in the on the website, send him an email, and he will get back to you immediately on any of the services that are offered through the association. I promise you, he will contact you back. Contacting me, it's hit or miss. I don't have all of the information. I'm just going to tell you to contact him. But as you can see, Sam's a cool guy. That's what he does. Give him a call. He'll help you out and answer any questions that you may have. Jamie, keep the shiny side up and the rubbery side down. He is still on. So that is a message for you, Jamie. There you go. I guess that's it. Justin, you're done, right? Anything else you want to add?
No, I mean, I'll start bringing on some of the partners and, getting into a little more detail on some of the other services. Tonight it was just kind of broad, telling you about some of the things. But yeah, I don't have anything else for tonight. I'm looking forward to speaking and talking to you guys. Looking forward to bringing more products like better, to the table. Anything that we can continue to better our lifestyle, our future, and our businesses and families. That's what we're about.
And just to let everybody know, appreciate that, Justin. Just to let everybody know, we are on Twitter every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We are going to cut down the time on Sunday to probably an hour. But tomorrow we will be on Twitter 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So tune in there. Justin and Sam, you are welcome to join in with us on Twitter on any of those days. Usually Tuesday has the biggest audience. And if you'd like information on that, you can go to magamission.org or just look for MAGA Mission when you log into Twitter. One last thing I want to, what do we got here? Another comment. Thank you. Thank you, Mike, for the 3-hour room. Now 11 p.m. LOL. I'm going to give you a phone call when we get done with this. You, my friend, are definitely going to get a call from me. Oh, one last thing I want to point out. Let's get this plug here. The National Owner Operators Association's branded fuel card. Please be on the lookout for that. It will be dropping soon, probably in about a week. If you sign up for this fuel, this is a real fuel card. It's not prepaid. If you sign up for this fuel card, you're going to get deep discounts on fuel. You're also going to automatically be signed up to the tire discount program. That program gives you anywhere between 52 and 3% off on all your tires at any of these suppliers, any of these brands. it automatically enrolls you in the preventative maintenance program as well. You can get preventative maintenance done on your truck anywhere in the United States and any of these service providers as well. And there's many more, but that's all we could fit on this screen right here. So I just wanted to get that out there, and I will get it off the screen. If you have any questions about that, you can also contact Justin and Sam at the association. More comments, and then I'm shutting it down. Remove loves, F them. I agree, but that's not my call. I agree 10,000%. I hate loves. I'm currently boycotting loves. They suck. Thanks to all the guests. LOL. Yes, thanks to all the guests. Well, that is it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this 3-hour-long show. We're on every night, so we'll be on tomorrow with Carmine from Premier RX and whoever else wants to pop up. I want everybody to have a good, safe night and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you, everyone, for joining NOAA Live, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night. Good night, guys.